Two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Guys, like the vid, guys, like the vid, like the vid, like the vid, subscribe, smash the like button, guys. Smash that like button, guys. Guys, like that vid, smash the like button. We're gonna be talking about Ngolo Kante farewell to Saudi Arabia. We're also gonna be talking about Lionel Messi to Miami. We're also gonna be talking about we're also gonna be talking about Jude Bellingham to Real Madrid is a done deal, and congratulations to Westham winning the Conference League and now playing in the Europe. He's gonna be playing in Europa League next season. Also, Karim Benzema potentially going to Saudi Arabia.
Oh, it already
Most of the
happened. I
players are
think.
also, yeah, it's already happened already. So
Yeah, yeah.
like the vid, subscribe, smash the like button, like that vid, guys. Freaking like the vid, subscribe, guys, smash the like button. Let's go, my people. Let's go. Let's go. Yo, my people, I wanna didn't like that video, smash the like button. It's your boy, the Blood Radio. On tonight's show, guys, we're gonna talk about mostly football. But firstly, congratulations on West Ham winning the Conference League after 55 years and also being qualified for the Europa League. Declan Rice, West Ham, congratulations, David Moyes. What an achievement! What a season they had. And also Bellingham, Ngolo, Benzema, Lionel Messi, and everything. So, but firstly, I'm gonna welcome the guests into the show, guys. How you doing? How you doing, Victor? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. How are you, man?
So, firstly, give me your take on Karim Benzema to the Saudi Arabian League before we talk about Ngolo Kante.
Oh man. Kareem the dream, man. The best striker of his generation, in my opinion. To me, to me, he's in my top five Real Madrid
Yeah.
legend ever. He's number three for me. I don't care what anybody tells me. Only people I'm gonna take opinion serious with is are Real Madrid fans, because this guy's been a servant at this club for 14 years. Even when all the rumors happened, the Lewandowski rumor, the Suarez rumor, he always showed up to
Mhm.
work. He was professional. He never complained about anything. He never whined. He never did anything. He just showed up. He's pretty much the ultimate professional. He barely got injured. He was always there, and he's been a really good servant at the club. He sacrificed his goals for Cristiano Ronaldo to be even better, and he did it for the team because the role he played. Not a lot of striker would have want to play that role. Like you think Erling Haaland, Lewandowski, or even Suarez who want to play that role Benzema played. No, I don't think they want to sacrifice their goals for like Cristiano Ronaldo. So that's what when we signed Benzema in 2009, it was such a perfect signing, man, with Ronaldo and Benzema. It was just that's what they always say, man. Everything happened in life for a reason. So it was just the perfect signing. We signed him in '09, and obviously in 2012 we won our first La Liga with 100 points. Benzema, Ronaldo, Ozil, Higuain, Di Maria, all these players were key to that team. Man, what a team that was. Then obviously 2 years later, 2014, Benzema scoring the key goal in the semifinal against Bayern Munich in the first leg. Then the second leg, he gave the key pass to Gareth Bale, and in the Champions League final, he didn't play that well, but we ended up winning our first Champions League trophy since 2002. 2016 was arguably his best season before the season we had last season. He was really good. 17-18 is obviously the season that the haters always use against him, that he was trash, this and that. But the guy would just had a bad year. It happens to the best of us. Then Abdullah, this is where I respect Benzema a lot. When Ronaldo left, Benzema didn't complain. He didn't do nothing. You know what he did? He took the responsibility on the team. He said, "I'm the leader. I'm gonna be the goal scorer. I'm gonna create if I need to, and I'm gonna be a leader to Vinicius Jr., to Rodrigo, and to all the youngsters, Camavinga and stuff like that on the team." Because if you look at it, Abdullah, those two La Ligas we won in the Champions League, there's no way Benzema was the most important player. I know Courtois has been fantastic signing for us, but Benzema, his goals, his output, his playmaking, everything this guy does, it's a team game. But he was been the most important player, bro. Like that 2020 La Liga season we won it based on our defense, but we also won it because of his goals, of his designing goals. The Champions League run last season. To me, that's the greatest Champions League campaign ever by a player. I don't care what anybody tells me. You can't bring another one. You could bring up Ronaldo's, but Ronaldo, let's keep it real, man. The team was in his prime. Everybody was the best in the world in their position. But this team, nobody had Real Madrid winning the Champions League last season except for Real Madrid fans. So Benzema to me had the best ever campaign ever I ever seen by an individual. He won it. Granted, he didn't score in the final, but he did score with the new rule. The goal should have stood according to the rule of the game, but for some reason they didn't give the goal. But the guy literally contributed in every single game. I'd be like, the guy either scored or assist in every single knockout game, except for the final, which he scored again, but they took the goal away from him. He won the Ballon d'Or. The only bad thing we say about Benzema career is it's the whole France. He never won a Euro. I mean, he won a trophy, the Nation League with France, but you know what I mean. Like he never won a World Cup with France or Euro. So that's the only dismantling his legacy. But to me, he's one of the best striker ever. He's the best of his generation. We can have that debate if you guys want Suarez, Lewandowski. I don't care, but Benzema, put some respect on this guy. To me, he's in my top five club legend because this one he did the last 5 years without Ronaldo and Gareth Bale, Hazard, who was a flop, all these players, and he still came to took responsibility, like one help us win a Champions League in the most dramatic way ever. You're never gonna see a team win a Champions League like that ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way Real Madrid won it last season, I don't think you're ever gonna see that ever again. Never say never. But he won the Ballon d'Or. He's always wanted to win the Ballon d'Or, which he won. And one thing I love about Benzema Abdullahi is the fact that he's leaving at the highest level. He's not leaving where everybody say, "Oh, you're finished. You got to leave Real Madrid." He's leaving at the. He's like, okay, last season I wasn't that bad, but my numbers weren't that great compared to the year before. So maybe it's time for me to go to Saudi Arabia. Obviously, the money's involved, but for him to leave at a moment like that, which is good for him. So I was happy. Benzema, legend, man. Always respect this guy, man. I remember when Alex Ferguson said he's one of his biggest regret is not signing Benzema because United Alex Ferguson wanted Benzema, but he ended up going to Real Madrid, obviously. So club legend, man. Shout out to him, man. Like I cried, I cried like a happy. Like when in the last game when they were giving the standing ovation, I wasn't like sad
Mm-hmm.
crying, but I was just happy, because I grew up with this guy Abdullahi. Because in 2009, I was like in fourth, fifth grade, bro. Like I've been seeing Benzema my entire life without a Real Madrid fan. So it's sad. Like it used to be, Raul was one of my favorite players. Then Ronaldo came along. Then Benzema just for the last 5 years, man. Like he just took over, man. To me, he just went into a different level, man. But thank you, Benzizu, man. Hopefully you enjoy your money in Saudi Arabia, man, with your boy Kante over there, Ronaldo over there. So we'll see, man. It's been a hell of a career, man.
The other one tó wà nísàlẹ̀ yóò nà án lẹ́yìn. Wọ́n máa ń ṣe ní ìjọ èdè bá mi ṣe tán náà.
Apologies. But Victor, my take is because people said Benzema is leaving because of money, and I think people are saying because of his. I think his career is finished. But I believe he's leaving because Blue Eyes always say something. You have to leave when the ovation is high, and I think he leave when he believed the ovation was high. And I think he's giving his all for Madrid. Yes, he might have a blemish in his career where he hasn't won the World Cup, but we know France national team is all about politics in that aspect. So I wouldn't put the blame on me when it comes to the World Cup or the Euro, but I would say he's done everything he could do in terms of winning for Madrid and scoring goals and kind of being humble as a player, becoming team play. How big a miss will it be for Madrid, and how do you replace Karim Benzema goal? How?
Oh, I mean, obviously, the way to replace him is to obviously get another quality signing profile type of his player, right? I mean, the only player I can think of are the likes of Aaron Holland, the likes of maybe Harry Kane if he's not a loser and stuff like that. Then maybe even Vlahovic is still young, but his output obviously isn't there yet. Then I mean, you're thinking of Osimhen, maybe, possibly, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna stay at Napoli. But a lot of reports are saying Kane, but I really don't believe those reports. Kane would be the perfect replacement. I mean, his play style is pretty much the same as Benzema. He's not a selfish player. He's the type of guy that would pass first, then shoot. He's obviously just cold blooded. He's a striker. He wants to score goals, but I don't watch Tottenham that much, but from the games I've seen from Kane, like if you are open, he's gonna pass you the ball. He's not like a selfish striker where he's gonna look to score everything by himself. Which with Benzema, Benzema was humble, and that's why I think his career lasted that long at Real Madrid because he spent 14 years. I was like, not that many
Yeah.
people say they spent 14 years at Real Madrid.
How
So
many?
that's why I said that.
Vilton.
Yo,
Yeah, big up. What's good, man? How are you?
what's up, man? What's up, Abdul? How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good. Abdullah, what's up, man?
So brother.
What I wanted to ask is, do you know any other Real Madrid player apart from Spanish players that have played for Real Madrid for 14 years?
Apart from Spanish players.
Yeah, excluding Spanish players.
Oh
I
man.
can't think about any other player excluding
That's why I
Spanish
said
players.
I can't think of any. The closest one is Ronaldo, but
He
that's
didn't play 14 years,
yeah,
obviously.
yeah, he didn't even play 14 years. The closest I can think of. Zidane only did what 4 years? Four
Like
years?
4 or 5 years,
Yeah,
yeah.
4 5 years. Modric came in 2011, 2012 or so.
Oh,
But
Modric,
even
yeah.
then, that's Modric's been there since 2012, I think, I believe 2012, because we bought him, then we sent him on loan. Obviously, then Mourinho brought him back again. I think
Mm.
I don't remember when did the official was it in 2011? I'm pretty sure it was 2012. It was 2012 when we made the signing. So that's
Are you sure Modric didn't go? I think Modric got there like maybe a season after,
the
um,
100 points, I think.
a season after Benzema.
Yeah. So, but Modric lived next season. I'm pretty sure his final season
Okay,
in Real Madrid
okay.
is next season.
So Modric too has that longevity.
Yeah,
He's
Modric.
done like about 10 years or so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me see. Modric joined in 2012, so 11 years. 11 years. So
Okay,
even
yeah.
that's not 14 years. So he have to spend 3 more years because I'm pretty sure next season is his final season. Because everybody's saying it's his final season next season. I'm pretty sure he's
Wow.
going to retire with Real Madrid because he said he wants to retire. And to be fair, I want to see that because the last player to retire with us was Zidane, obviously in 2006.
Mm,
That was the last
mm.
player to retire from club football in 2006. Like he didn't play. It's funny. Obviously, he played the World Cup, but and for club football, he was the last player I can think of that retired with
Yeah,
us. Usually players don't retire in Real Madrid; they just go on and do something else with their life.
yeah. And this guy said Marcelo. But the problem with Marcelo is Marcelo's been like a bench player for like the past 2, 3 seasons. So I'm talking about somebody who's on the shirt until maybe retirement or until he leaves Real Madrid.
Yeah,
I
because
can't think about anyone who's been there for 14 years. I mean, there might be, but I can't think of any
I'm about
player.
to do the research. Yeah, and especially not Spanish because you said not Spanish. Because
Yeah, he's not.
if you say in Spanish, that's obviously so easy. You have Rob or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Spanish is straightforward, but a non-Spanish player, wow,
Yeah,
to be at Madrid owning the shirt for 14 years
yeah,
and think about,
because Marcelo didn't become a consistent starter until I'll say 2012, 11 or so, 2011, 2012 or so. He wasn't really a starter that much around that time. Benzema, the
yeah,
moment at the jersey, he was a consistent starter because Raul just left. And
yeah, yeah.
so yeah,
I think, I think Higuain, he was sharing the shirt with Higuain for like
yeah,
one season.
one season or
And then,
so, yeah.
after that, it was just Benzema
Benzema,
all through. Wow, unbelievable, man.
yeah.
because for me, because my question is written. Benzema is leaving. Who do you replace Benzema? Because you have to replace. You can't trust Rodrigo for the whole entire 38 matches. You have to replace Benzema with the goals. You have to replace him.
No, you can't replace Benzema. You can,
In
well, I
terms of
suppose
the goal scoring.
I suppose you have to find another player, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can replace Benzema in terms of what he brings to the table. Benzema, because Benzema has a unique way of playing. Like somebody said, Benzema worked on being a complete footballer before he started focusing on his goals per se.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
because remember Benzema, even himself, he's the type of guy that's remember when he said that he hates how modern football is because he said when he grew up, modern football wasn't goals and assists, goals and assists, goals and assists. He said it's about playing the game. He said why does a striker have to score like three goals every single game for that person to have a good game? It's about overall what you do in the game. And he said that's just how football is now. Football is more stat driven now, the way it was when he first broke through.
and
Fair enough.
Abdullah, what did I say? I think I was saying it like two streams ago when I
Yeah.
said I think I was talking about Man City then. And then they had not announced that Benzema was leaving Real Madrid. And I was saying, as a Chelsea supporter, you cannot say you are not going to compete against Man City next season because nobody knows Man City's team at the start of next season. So it's only at the start of a season, based on your preparation, that you can say, "Oh, we're going to compete," or "We're not going to compete," and see exactly what has happened now. So what if Haaland ends up at Real Madrid next season? It means he's not going to be at Man City. You know what I mean?
So
So
because this, Abdul, I get you, but this is my question to Victor now. Who do you think Perez will buy in terms of to fill the void of Benzema in terms of goal scoring? You can't trust Rodrigo
I,
for the whole
I mean,
entire 90 minutes.
like I said, everybody's saying Kane, and Haaland's already at. Forget Haaland. Haaland's not going anywhere. So
Mm-hmm.
the only realistically options are either Osimhen. I'm talking about top player. I can just think. There's a lot of strikers available. There's a lot of unknown striker that you don't know though. For example, Gonzalez Ramos. Remember the guy who scored a hat trick at the World
Yeah, yeah,
Cup?
yeah. I remember. I remember.
I think he's a good striker, but we're not gonna go for his profile because he's still raw, right? I mean, the only player that you can think of at the highest level that you can possibly get are either two of them, Kane or Osimhen, based on what the season they have. Even then, Osimhen, you're not gonna pay 150 million for Osimhen because that's madness. Because you also need to strengthen other part of the squad because we need a right back and we also need a left back. So if you go
but
in and spend,
let me ask you an honest question, right? So what if Haaland had played maybe 3 seasons at City? What will you be saying now?
what if Haaland doesn't play 3 seasons?
No, no, what if Haaland had already played 3 seasons at City?
Uh huh.
What will you be saying now? You'll be saying he's the perfect replacement, isn't it?
Would I say he's the perfect replacement?
No, no, you will be saying he's the perfect replacement. Let's say let's say Haaland has played 3 seasons at City
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and he's delivered the same level of performance
Uh huh.
like he's done this season. I'm sure many Madrid fans will be
Of
saying
course.
he's the perfect replacement.
Because
Okay,
I thought I like Haaland was linked with us last year, but I knew he wasn't gonna come last season just because of the fact there's no way this guy was. Well, it was this season. He came to City in this summer, last summer. I knew he wasn't gonna come. Just the fact that I mean, how would it even work just that first season with Haaland? Because look what Haaland is doing this season. So imagine Haaland didn't sign with us last summer. He wouldn't be scoring that much goals because he would have to share the limelight with Benzema. So I knew that was never a reliable option for him. So me personally, I wouldn't mind Haaland at my club because but the reason why I think people want Kane because Kane is 30 years old, right? So and Kane wants to break the Alan Shearer goal record. So
Sure as a record, yeah.
so if we were to sign Kane, maybe we give him like a 3-year contract because we do have this policy at Real Madrid. Once you the age of 30, we only allowed to have a like I think a two year contract or so. But since he was arriving, he's definitely gonna get a 3-year contract because once you're the age of 30, you only get 2-year contract and or 1-year extension. That's it. So because don't forget we signed Endrick. Endrick's supposed to be this next global superstar. So maybe you sign Kane for 3 years and maybe if he wants to stay longer, he stays. Then you let Endrick build himself. Then if Endrick becomes good enough, you take your risk on him because I mean that's been Real Madrid plan. I mean Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, Camavinga, Chouameni, Jude Bellingham.
Mhm.
We're going young, so you let Endrick develop more, and if he becomes the player that everybody telling me he's gonna be, for the next 3-4 years. I think and Ken can be that like that gateway before Hendrick takes over. That's the way I'm seeing it because we signed Hendrick for almost 70, 80 million euros. So you can't tell me Real Madrid doesn't believe in this guy. So if we were to get Haaland now, dude, what would that mean for Hendrick? Would Hendrick just be a player that we just signed to make money off him, like just to offload him, or I don't know. I don't know. So
But
I mean,
but
if we
Victor, the problem is
and don't forget the Mbappe stuff. This Perez love this guy Mbappe too much, bro.
but Victor, this is the problem now. Harry Kane is 29. He'll be 30 next. He'll be 30 next month, July. But this is the problem now. Do you guys pay because Daniel Levy wants 120 million for Harry Kane? Do you pay 120 for him, or do you say 80 million plus add-ons? And how many years? Because Harry Kane can give you 5 years
And
consistently without getting injured. So it all depends on what Madrid want. Do they
and
want to pay 80, 90,
that's the
120
crazy
straight
part.
cash?
And Abdullah, that's the crazy part, bro. Like signing Kenny is fantastic. I'm not denying that. But bro, 100 million on a guy whose contract expire next summer, is that really good business?
no, he's not going to sign Harry Kane. I don't just see logic in that. But the thing is, if you look at the profile of players,
Mhm.
Florentino Perez has been scouting for and signing recently, you will realize that it's going to be a young player, a young striker, and if you put all the sentiments aside, it's if you look at them properly, it's either going to be a Haaland or an Mbappe or Sime, or he's going to wait for Hendrick. I think it's going to be one of those permutation. I don't think you want to pay 100 million for a player who's going to be 30 and who has like 1 season left. And we have to be conscious because the people at Madrid, they're observing what's going on at Barcelona. They won't want to be in that situation where they can't sign players, they can't register players, they have to let players go, come back, and things like that. So I don't think they want to be in that situation. So to me, I think one of the players they're going to sign, a striker they're going to sign, is a very young striker. But then this guy, Rodrigo, can fit in that role very well. But the thing is, they cannot rely on him for like 1 season, one full season for like 40, 50 games. But if they only have to let it be for 1 season, I'm sure they can do it. But I think to me, Haaland will be the most ideal replacement for them. But people might not see it because they are thinking, oh, Haaland has been only at City for 1 season. Okay. But the issue is if Haaland wants to go to Madrid, nobody's going to stop him just because he's only been at City for 1 season. So the permutation is quite very interesting, and I would like to pan out, or I would like to see how it pans out at the end of the season. But like we've said, you only know a team when there is a team. at the start of every season. That's when you know a team, because if what do you call him? Carlo Ancelotti was surprised that Benzema was leaving. Let nobody tell me that they weren't surprised that Benzema was leaving Real Madrid. We all thought he had like maybe 2 seasons left at Madrid, the way he was playing. So if his coach was surprised, I see, if anybody else tells me they weren't surprised, then they're lying, But I'm quite interested to see who they bring in, because you can see they're
Exactly for
building
me
a.
too, because Abdul, because for me too, because I'm looking at Madrid now. What are the options for me? Only three players in my head are three options: Harry Kane, Victor Osimhen, and Duvan Vlahovic. Those are the three in my head that I believe Madrid can get. But the issue now is, will will Madrid pay 150 cash to the Laurentiis for Osimhen? No. Will they pay 120 for Harry Kane, 29 years of age, 30 years next month? No. Vlahovic 60 million, 55 million, maybe, maybe not. But now you are bringing in Vlahovic, who's to like 22, 23. What of Endrick? What's gonna be coming
But, but
in
then, but,
next
but
year?
then, Abdullah, let's be very honest here. Is with Madrid, is he who they can get or who they want? Most of the time with Madrid is who they want, really.
Mm-hmm.
That's why most big clubs are really scared when Madrid comes for their player, because they're likely going to
Yeah.
get that player. Because if they want a player, they're going to get him. I think the profile of players they want is a bit higher than some of those players you've listed. I don't see a Vlahovic at Madrid. I don't see Harry Kane at Madrid. I think that's just a bit of people making noise. But I can see Osimhen at Madrid. I can see Haaland at Madrid. I can see Mbappe at Madrid. I can see. The issue is Hendrik is quite young. I think it's about 16 or 17.
Yes, I think
So
it's 16 a lot.
yeah, he's too young. I don't think they want to push him, except maybe they want to start using Rodrigo as the striker and bring Hendrik into the team. So
Mm-hmm.
I think they will go for a top striker, because it will be of no use to go for a top striker, and then you go for a striker that is like 50, 60 million, and he's not an A-list striker, or he's not a Madrid listed kind of striker, and then you have to buy another one in the next 3, 4 years again.
Yeah.
So I'll be shocked if they don't go for a top tier striker.
We will see what they do, because Benzema leaving is a big goal for them. Which they have to fill for me, which I think is going to be difficult, because you gotta replace, you gotta buy every team. I did the striker to score goals. Rodrigo, yes, is a fantastic player, but can you rely on him for like 70, 80 matches overall? No, I'm not sure of that. So they have to buy someone that is prolific in terms of scoring goals. But we have to see what they do in the summer in terms of buying outgoings coming in, player coming, because now they're gonna announce Jude Bellingham, who they're gonna buy the striker. We don't know. We gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see. But the level in which Saudi Arabia are signing players, we need to be very scary. Well, Abdul, I'm gonna come to you on this, Abdul. It's official. Here we go. Ngolo Kante to Saudi Arabia. How you feeling about that? Because people say he's a legend. People say it's not a legend. There's a lot of debate on him. Give me your take on Ngolo Kante.
I've got to congratulate the guy for securing a deal of a lifetime in the Saudi league. But this is how I see the Saudi league, because a lot of people they don't really know what is happening, and they are misreading it or misinterpreting it. This Saudi league, what's happening at Saudi league at the moment, is actually a matter of national policy. So it's been driven by the government directly, and I think about 4 clubs they said is owned by the government,
Yeah.
and they already have a designated budget for it. And the way the Saudi economy run, and this is how the society runs. Everything is driven by the government. So you know all that bullshit where people say government has no business in business. Well, in Saudi Arabia, government has business in business, and they do it well most of the time. So what I'm trying to say is, this is not just a flash in the pan. This is not just somebody's dream on paper trying to bring it to reality. This is a conscious effort by the government. And most of the time, when it's a conscious effort by the Saudi government to do something, okay, it has a direct impact on the culture. So what people are seeing here is not something that is driven, out of passion, enthusiasm, and love for sports. It's more or less they're doing something that will directly impact the culture. So it's an aspect of cultural revolution. The way they will see it, say some kind of cultural revolution here. And that brings me to the kind of players they're going to bring in. I think they're going to be very deliberate in terms of the players they're going to bring in. They're going to bring in players of certain profile. They're not just going to bring in anybody just because they have money. They're not going to make it a retirement home where if you're an old player and you have one leg and you're looking for cheap money and where to retire, then they're going to buy you. Because if you look at some of the players they're bringing in, nobody actually knew anything about those players going to Saudi until it practically happened. You know what I mean? So you're only aware of these players coming to Saudi when it's just about to happen. So they're being very strategic about it. So it's not. I don't think, in my own opinion, I don't think it's going to be a retirement home or somewhere where it's just about a jamboree or they just want to have a good time. You know,
But the
it,
amount of money
it's
they are playing, but the amount of money they are playing players, we have to be very scary. Benzema 400, Ngolo
no,
Kante
no, no,
200.
no, no. Abdullah, listen to me. So that is why I said it's more or less like a cultural revolution that is going on, and it's all about government policy. It's not like Disney. Okay, it's not a matter of people coming to enjoy themselves. They are deliberate in what they are doing, and what they are doing is there's a strategy, and the strategy is meant to have a certain impact on the society. And they've evolved to the point where they're thinking, okay, you know when after the when we're discussing PSG
Yeah.
before the World Cup, I said
Mm-hmm.
after the World Cup, no, when they were signing Mbappe, I said only the Qataris know why they are signing Mbappe because only they know what their objectives are. The objective might be to build a club or a to build a league, okay, or to keep promoting anything. You know, that's why they were so desperate to keep Mbappe. Only they know what they wanted to build. You get it? So only the Saudis know what they want to build. Maybe they thought like, okay, we've had enough. We've had enough trying to buy a team in Western European League. Why don't we just build the league? You get it? Why don't we just build rather than go and buy a team and create a world class team? Why don't you just build a world class team, so a world class league? And
Inter.
they must have done assessment and analysis and realized it's going to cost X amount of money, and that's how much they're going to spend because they have access to a lot of funds in their society. So to them, it's all about just delivering, building what they want to build. So it doesn't really matter how much it's going to cost them. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
So it's like me. I want to buy a Ferrari. If I have the money and I've already worked it out and I'm ready to go buy it, it might look expensive to you or to somebody else, but to me, I've already made the arrangement. You get it? So the money might look difficult, but relative to what they want to build, That's how much it's going to cost, and that's how much they're going to spend. But I think they're going to be strategic in the terms of the players they bring in. They're not just going to bring in any player like that. I think they're going to bring in players depending on certain variables. Maybe players that people will want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because if Ronaldo, I mean, I've never watched the Saudi league in my life, but I watched one game when Ronaldo was there. One day I heard Ronaldo was playing, and I watched it. You know what I mean? So I'm sure you'll be thinking like, okay, maybe I should go and do one stream in Saudi next year, next season.
Relax,
You
relax,
get it?
easy, relax, relax,
So
relax, easy,
it's not big
relax.
deal. People. Oh no, Abdullah, people go to Umrah every year. What's the big deal going to Umrah and then taking a trip to Jeddah and
Get that,
watching
yeah.
a game
That's
and,
true.
and doing a stream from the for you know
That's true, though. That's true. But Abdul, how big a miss will Ngolo Kante be for Chelsea? Because we all talk about him, legend this, legend that. He will be massively missed. Massive.
I tell you what, right? The first game he played this season, since he got injured, he got injured at the start of the season or last
Mm-hmm.
season,
This
and
season,
then
yeah.
he was he
Last
was, he
season.
was out for like 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
The first game he played, he was the best player on the pitch, and I said, thank God we have this player. Thank God we have Kante. At least we still have Kante. But then, whatever I was saying, whatever I was preaching earlier on, applied to Chelsea as well. Nobody knows. We don't know who's going to be in a team until at the beginning of the season, and that would determine maybe you will compete or not. So I don't know how we're going to cope without this guy. But the thing is, you couldn't begrudge, you couldn't like hate on Kante because he's such a likable human being. So automatically, you just want him to do great anyway. You feel you're related to him, so you want him to do good anyway. But let's just he is like Benzema. You're not going to find another Kante. You just have to find a different player to replace him.
Interesting. Because when we look at legacy of a player, Ngolo Kante for me should be in that echelon of a player where you have to call him a legend because back to back EPL and what he has won on a consistent level, this man has in his career, he has never get a red card in his career. He has never. That was how people might say yes, injury, this, injury, that. But if you look at it, the way it's echelon as a player, the way you play football and everything, Ngolo just put smile on your face, humble player, just want to play football and enjoy himself. He's gonna be missing Chelsea because whether people like it or not, Ngolo is better than Jorginho, better than Kovacic, better than every midfielder we have in our team. With one leg, he is better than them. But the
The
reality
thing,
truth about it,
the thing is,
put us on
the
us.
thing is, the thing is, Abdullah, right? If you look at since you've been supporting Chelsea until today, there is no Chelsea team. Since I've been supporting Chelsea, there is no Chelsea team that Ngolo Kante cannot be a starter.
Mm-hmm.
That's to tell you how great he is. If you want to measure his greatness, you can measure his greatness that way. Since I've been following Chelsea in the late 90s up to today, I don't see a Chelsea team that Ngolo Kante cannot have would not have been a starter if he was part of that team.
Yeah.
Okay. So to
And
me, Kante is a great player. And even France, even if you look at France as a national team, is there any French national team Ngolo Kante would not have started from if he was part of the team? I can't think of any. I think he would have been part of any era of the French national team. So if you don't think he's a great player, at least he's an A-list player.
yeah, I agree.
I don't know about
He's
the
an A.
national team.
Yeah. So tell me which era he wouldn't have made the team. Just think about
No,
N'Golo Kante. No, think about N'Golo Kante at his best, okay, and think about oh, this team, he wouldn't have made this French national team.
No,
Such, he had such and such in their midfield, and he wouldn't have been part of that midfield without being
I don't know
biased.
if we would have start. No, the thing is that for the national team, I never thought it was good for the decent for the national team, yeah. But it was never for me club. The performance I see club wise, especially in competition, like at the World Cup or like at the Euros, it was good, yeah. But it was never as good as for the for example Chelsea or that Leicester season. For me personally, for the national team, like
Listen, sometimes
for the Euros in 2016, it wasn't the best, and then the World Cup, it was decent at the World Cup, but it was bare
no, did he
midfielders.
even play in 2016?
That's when he started. Like,
He was injured. He was injured.
no, he was
Yeah,
injured, but yeah, he played some
he
games, but
didn't play.
he wasn't
He
fully fit.
didn't play 20. Yeah, he didn't play 2016. Only
Yeah, but that's what
or let's
Because
put
it
it
was
this way.
Sissoko who was playing. Let's be honest. Sissoko was playing that year.
yeah, Sissoko was
If
playing.
you,
Then
Yeah,
20,
Kante was not there. I
2018,
remember.
yeah, 2018, he was good, but it wasn't the best midfielders like that. And then 2020, obviously, they flopped. So internationally, it was good, yeah, but it was never like the main guy of the team.
Kenny, the guy
It
has a
wasn't.
World Cup. Put some respect on his
No,
name.
no, he has stuff from.
I just
But
don't see.
just because
I
you have a
just don't
World Cup,
see.
like yeah,
No. I just don't see any French team over the past maybe 20, 30 years that Ngolo Kante would not at least divided opinion
no, yeah,
if
of course, of
if
course.
if he was available
That
then.
that Makelele Vieira's dad. I don't know, but I love Kante. Kante is my second favorite Chelsea player.
Yeah,
But yeah,
so he would, and remember in those days it used to be what do you call it, two in the midfield.
yeah,
So
yeah. That's why I said he was. Yeah,
in those
that.
era, okay,
Yeah,
maybe there will have been a few players ahead of him, but he will still divide opinions
of
You
because
know,
course,
Abdul,
yes,
guys.
yes,
You
yes,
know he has
100%.
the most number of interceptions in a single season. 100, I
exactly,
think, 54 of all time in the Prem. Isn't that crazy?
exactly. I mean, there's no way he wouldn't have divided opinion, and
Oh, you
you can
wouldn't.
say that about very very few players that have ever played football. You know, because some of the
Yeah.
players we even think they are great, most of the times when they go to the national team, they don't really deliver.
Yeah.
You know,
I
and
agree. I
they
agree.
have they have their, they might be good in the clubs, but they still even have their errors in the
Yeah.
national team.
That's true. That's true.
You
Built
know,
on Ngolo Kante to Saudi Arabia to play with Karim Benzema, and how big a miss will it be for Chelsea Football Club?
Oh man, this is such a good signing for Conte. Because to be making this amount of money, what this guy's gonna be making $100 million a year, no tax, right? So
Yeah.
the guy said his family,
200 million for 2 years.
his friends are set for the rest of their life, man. Generation wealth right there, man. Saudi Arabia, I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is bad for the sport." I don't think it is yet. I'm gonna start saying it's bad when I see a young up and coming. For example, let's say some out of the blue Mbappe or Haaland were to go to Saudi Arabia, then I'll say okay. There's an issue there, but they signing players that are pretty much done at the highest level or want to retire. Benzema, Ronaldo, Conte, maybe Aubameyang. So they're not really signing young up and coming players for a lot of money. They're just signing like players who think they can't at this level no more, that want to make a lot of money. And Messi was offered. Messi obviously denied it. So yeah, I think it's a very good signing for Conte. And obviously Chelsea gonna miss him. But honestly, I don't think Chelsea's gonna miss him. But let's be honest though, he's been injured a lot at Chelsea. So I mean, you already feel like you can already feel his presence when he's not there, because Conte, the last time Conte was fully fit, I believe, like was when you guys went on that crazy Champions League run, I believe, right? Even then, I think
Yeah.
at the first 6 months of the season, wasn't he injured a bit for the first, like,
Yeah.
before that whole
Yeah, it
champion?
was.
Yeah, so
It was. It was.
yeah, of course Chelsea fan gonna miss what this guy's done. This guy won a Premier League, a Champions League. He won every single trophy at Chelsea. So of course, like, you guys
Not
gonna
the
miss
not the
him.
Conference League.
None. No, he didn't win the League Cup. He didn't win the League Cup. That's what it should.
Oh yeah,
And the
yeah.
Conference
Yeah.
League
Guys,
also.
relax.
We don't do Conference League, man. Relax, man.
Oh yeah. So it's a good way to go by because I've always said I didn't think Chelsea should have extended him. Maybe you should have out of respect because he's a club legend, but the money that he was asking for with his injury record, I don't think it was good for Chelsea to give him that much money. So
Yeah.
unless he needs to take a pay cut, so it's a win-win for both parties. Conte has been very injury prone now. He's gonna make his money. He gets to rehab, take care of his body even well. So yeah, it's gonna be lit, man. So I'm happy for the guy, man. The guy's about to play with Benzema. It's the same team, right?
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, same
Yeah,
thing.
it's the
Whoever's
same
phone
team.
that is actually is ringing my eardrums, please turn it off.
Yeah, what's this shit?
God damn, I can feel it vibrating in the back of my neck.
If somebody plays Sudoku, wait, please, if you are playing Sudoku, please don't play Sudoku on this team, please. No Sudoku, please. Please.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a fantastic signing for Conte. So I'm happy for the guy, man. Like, go make your money. Like, no, like, there's no way other club was gonna offer him that much money unless you're Saudi Arabia. So yeah, man. End of an era, man. I mean, it's the end of an era. A lot of the players that we admire over the last generation, they're moving on, man. Messi, Ronaldo, Benzema, Conte, Busquets, Ramos. Like a lot of players are moving on, man. So Saudi Arabia, man, I might watch a bit of the game. I'm definitely gonna watch Benzema debut game, and pretty sure Conte are gonna be there too. He might play at the same time Benzema plays. I'm not gonna watch the game week in week out. I'm sorry. It's at the end of the day, it's Saudi Arabia. But if it's on, I'm not doing anything. I see Ronaldo playing. Like I did watch Ronaldo game versus Messi. The game when PSG went over there, I watched that game. I saw Ronaldo debut game, but hey, they're attracting eyeball in their league, and that's what you need. But I don't think it's too crazy yet because I see a lot of people say, "Oh, FIFA needs to do something about Saudi Arabia, this and that." Not yet. I would say the moment young talent they start signing young talent, offering them a lot of money to go to in Saudi Arabia, then I would say FIFA needs to do something about it because it doesn't make sense when you're that young and you're supposed to be the next best player in the world. You go into Saudi Arabia
Whoa,
to
why? Hold on.
Why? Like,
Hold on.
why?
hey, man.
Why?
Just
Why?
because
Hold on.
just because
Why
it's
does
just
Europe
because
does Europe has like
why
a
these rules?
Europe doesn't have a right on like
Yeah.
every player. Like,
No, Europe don't
On
have a right. The
so
best
why
player,
guys?
the best player play in Europe. Unless if all the best
But they,
players
hold on, no, Wilton.
listen.
30 years ago they used to play in South America. So
Oh,
what? Like
Thank you,
things
thank you.
change.
South
Thank you,
America,
thank you.
yeah.
Exactly.
Can I land? Unless all the best player in the world somehow decide to go to Saudi Arabia, fine. But if it's like I don't want to see like an area where this player could have fulfilled his potential, but it's
Why?
cool.
Wait.
But no,
Wilton.
but I'm asking you, Wilton. I'm asking
Let
you,
me
how
ask
is
you.
it any
Yeah,
different?
Please, Jesus Christ, this is like a mob. Wallahi, please forgive me. God, Allah, give me
No, but
strength.
Wilton. The question is like, how is it any different from what Europe did in
Exactly.
1990s when they started buying all those South American players? Like,
The issues that I wasn't alive to see it, and I'm a fan of Real Madrid. I want to see my club do well. I don't want to see.
Oh
so
my
hold on.
God! Wow,
So
tribalism. Wow.
I don't want to
Wilton.
see young. I don't want to see
In the
young players signing for my club. So I'm okay. You
so
can say I'm very. It's biased for me. We all
so
biased. I'm
yeah
greedy. I want the best player to
yeah.
go to my club, man. Not the Saudi Arabia, man. No
But
offense.
first of all, you don't get the best
yeah.
player. You're getting that bum Bellingham,
So,
but that's all. But
Wait, what?
okay, so stop hating, man.
What are you talking about,
Stop
bro?
hating, man.
Bellamy is better than any of your midfielders. Actually,
Stop hating, man. No,
Wilton,
but
Okay,
Angel,
Bellingham is
you're
trash.
gonna cry.
Wilton is bad. Wilton is trash.
With Bellamy's doing
Wilton is trash.
I don't see
He's
plenty.
trash.
What has he done? What
I
has
don't
he
see.
done at Dortmund?
Bro, what do you mean?
What has he
let's
done?
get back on the
What has
topic,
he done?
Best
man.
Yeah,
player.
hey,
What has he done? No, Wilton. We had this. We had the
Begging for Messi, bro. You guys on your knees for a 37-year-old guy that's going to.
better than all your
Wow.
players. Better than all your
Exactly.
players.
I want to
Better
hear
than all your
that.
players.
Oh
I
my
want to hear
gosh.
nothing from your
Wow,
club.
he brought
Except
Messi
Bellingham.
to
Why,
league.
bro?
Wow.
We have Bellingham. We have Many, bro.
Chouameni,
Oh wow.
bro. Chouameni doesn't even start for you. Like
Let
that
me
bum.
come to you.
How many games did you
Guys,
play?
back to topic, guys. People are guys
No. Here's the
for
thing.
the shout of
Bellingham is.
Guys, it's
Here's
Kante,
the
not Bellingham, guys. It's Kante,
Chouameni
not
is
Kante.
Chouameni and Bellingham are
guys,
actually legally adopted by Enzo Fernandez, but that's a different.
Oh,
By the
God.
way, thank you,
We saw the
Casey.
World Cup, Wilton. We saw the World Cup. We saw the World
Thank
Cup.
you,
What
Casey.
happened?
Bro.
What he did to them.
Why
What he
your
actually
club
did to them.
is pathetic, bro?
Bellingham,
The fact
bro.
that
Bellingham is one of the most brain dead footballers ever.
He's using Messi as a propaganda just for him
You
to get reelected. That's
Good, good,
Yeah,
good.
let's get back on the topic, man.
Wallahi, bro. Coolers are not gonna see heaven, but this is what I'm talking
Anyways,
about.
Abdullah wants to speak, man.
You see what
Let him speak.
you see what I mean,
Let's
Abdullah?
move on.
We're
Let's
having a
move on.
great streak. In case he's wrong, you ruin everything. Barca fan, I'm telling you, bro.
Let's move
They're
on.
a disgrace.
K-Man,
Yeah,
Ngolo
Abdullah,
Kante
talk to me.
to Saudi Arabia, and
Yeah,
how missed will it be in Chelsea Football Club?
Abdullah, before we start, so listen, guys, Kante, my God, Abdullahi, listen, I don't know what we're going to do. I remember when this guy gets injured, I always say, I can't wait for him to come back. I can't wait for him to come back. Whenever he's gone from our midfield, it's like there's a hole, a bombardment. Abdullahi, to be honest with you, I feel really bad. I can't lie. I feel really bad, but I don't feel bad for Kante. Hell no. I'm happy for him. You know, in life, guys like Kante are the comic book heroes. You know, the protagonists. These are the guys that you want, that you see that life is just. I don't want to say easy, but the way they tackle life, it is so inspiring. You know what I mean? Kante, man, listen. We can never replace him. I'm sorry, we cannot replace him. From the words of Pep, we cannot never find a player like Kante. We can never find a player like Kante. When I heard that he's going to get 100 million for 2 years at Saudi, go there. You think I will not take 100 million, Abdullahi? You will not take 100 million to go to Umrah every year?
I will drive there. I'll fly there.
Abdullahi,
I'll be there no matter what.
yeah, let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. You know, talking about Saudi and I get Wilton's point. I understand where he's coming from, but if we put that aside and just talk about Kante, the guy has given us everything. He's given us everything. Every time he gets on that pitch, there is no emotion. There is no these little attitudes. It's just business for him, and I love that. I love that about him so much. And you know, I've seen some very sick Chelsea fans talking about, oh my God, he chose money, trying to compare his situation to Mason Mount. Disgusting. If that is you, if any Chelsea fan thinks like that, I want you to slap yourself in front of a mirror. This man, he deserves this. This is his retirement. This is his family. A lot of you know. By the way, I saw this clip from Igalo. Shout out Igalo. By the way, I miss him at Watford. He said that all footballers, we only do this for money. A trophy will never ever buy you something from a supermarket. Do I feel bad about the midfield? Yes, we can. Abdullah, we cannot replace him. We cannot. I've said that before, and I'll say it again. We cannot replace him. This season, like Mr. Abdul said, we can only find out who we're going to bring when the season starts. Is it really a big setback for big games? Yes. Abdullah, do you remember the game against Real? Both legs in both seasons, the season we won and the season after, how he played the final. Without this guy in that final, Kenny, that final.
No, that one was a crazy one. Crazy one.
Listen, what he has given us, I am more than happy to let him go.
Yeah, but
I'm more than happy to let him go. And actually, I believe that it's the right time to let him go. I think it's the right time. Because let's be honest, Kante could not survive another season. He could not survive another season. I really believe that he would have been finished if he went for another season. This guy, one injury, 4 months. Okay, Kenny, can you really tell me that's a player that's going to stay?
Yeah, I was like I said, when the renew thing, I was like, I don't think he should renew him.
You know the kind of player that Kante is. If injuries they stack up, because you know he always puts his body at 100%, running up and down, running up and down, running up and down. So that wear and tear on his legs is just going to get worse year by year. So this is the perfect time for him to leave, and I 100% support it. Anyone thinking that we can find a replacement? Never. Kante is going down as one of our greatest midfielders of all time. I am sickened that we did not give him a banner. I'm really sad.
Yeah,
we didn't give him a good farewell. Mason, the rat mount, got a banner. I feel really bad, but it is what it is.
I think your
Yeah,
fans thought that he was going to renew. That's why.
Right?
yeah,
No, no,
because
Because
you know, the thing is, Casey,
in
like Wilton said, he touched on it. Let's be honest. How much is Kante on? I think he wanted 300.
around that, yeah.
it was.
He wanted 300. So how do you give 300 to someone who plays only for 4 months, especially now with
It
the
was
new
one.
ownership that wants to
Yeah, it was one of the top ones.
control the wage
But
bill?
then
Yeah, but
It
when
doesn't
when
make
he
sense.
came
I'm sorry.
back, when he came back, they actually wanted to extend him. But the thing is that he
yeah.
got injured again. Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the
at
thing.
some point
Clement,
you have to.
don't you think you're going way too far now, bro? I don't think you will have any senior players left by the end of this
No,
transfer window.
no. Casey, I get what you mean, but what can you do? This is life-changing money. I can't
Oh
stop
yeah,
him.
no, but I support the Kante thing. I support, but like you're selling everyone, like every senior player. I mean, you could argue Mount
Casey,
might be a
do you know the
No,
last time we had a marquee before Enzo? Do you know the last time we had a marquee midfield signing? You know the 2019
Kovacic.
Kovacic,
yeah,
2019.
Kovacic, yeah.
So this has been
Yeah.
coming for a long
No,
time.
but it's been coming. We need it.
It's been
Honestly,
coming.
I think it's even better than leaves, so
Yeah,
that
it's
you can just
rip the bandage off. Rip the bandage off.
just rip it
No,
You
off.
gotta
but
rip it
That's
now.
it.
it's easy.
It's
Hold on,
it is
no,
what it
it's
is.
easy. No, okay, it's easy to say, but bro, you guys will suffer. Like if you pick kids, you will become basically Dortmund
Yeah,
2.0,
Yeah, no,
but
of course, yeah.
in the
But,
Premier League.
but Casey,
And you know what?
like I said, no. Like I said, I love Ngolo so much because he's one of my
We all
favorite
do,
players
Abdullah.
after Drogba. But the issue with Ngolo is when it comes to Premier League and his fitness level, I have an issue with that because
Now,
it's not been
Abdullah,
consistent.
no, Abdullah, I understand. Like Kante, like he has given everything he has like to Chelsea, and like he has won everything, so he can leave. But you guys, if you guys don't get like an experienced midfielder, because even Enzo is like 22, 21.
That's what I'm talking
I'm
about.
not kidding. You will suffer.
22, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you will
Casey,
suffer next season.
you think I'm happy every time something bad happens? We abduct a child from kindergarten. You think I like that? You think I like it?
No. But Casey, what I'm happy about is Ngolo, Kovacic, and Kwa leaving. I want to see what replacement we're gonna get. Replacing
But
this player.
Abdullah, there's no replacement. I'm sorry.
hold
There's no
on.
replacement for
No,
this
no,
guy.
but the thing
Yo,
is,
Okay.
the thing
chill,
is,
Kiman,
Casey,
chill.
Yeah.
No, Kenny,
Casey,
there's no replacement for Kante. I'm serious.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. But I mean,
No,
you
that's
have
true,
you
yeah.
still need to buy someone.
Where can you
Obviously,
find a
Experience.
player like Kante
he's a great player.
who does
He's a
not
great.
bring you
No,
any
honestly,
emotions, who
he's
doesn't
a.
bring you any drama, just gives you 100% on the pitch?
Yeah,
No one.
because
Casey, talk about who we have got and who we haven't got at the beginning of next season.
yeah.
Don't tell us
Exactly.
now
See,
when
that's a good point.
No.
the season that just ended like 1 week ago,
Mhm.
and then you say, "Oh, our midfield is going to suffer." You don't know who we're going to get next season.
But,
Okay,
yeah.
you don't even know. Maybe Haaland is going to leave. He's going to leave Man City for Madrid next season.
Abdul Haaland is not
It's-
leaving.
Just-
Haaland.
No, we
is
just see
not
Kenny. You
leaving.
never know. Kenny, you never know. We just see.
No,
He's not leaving.
That's the point. You never know.
The guy just extended this. The guy is not leaving. from Man
but
City.
the
Kenny,
midfielders.
Why not? What else does he have left to accomplish at Man City?
But it has
Kenny,
nothing to do with accomplished.
Wilton,
Man
he's not
City.
leaving.
Wait.
Relax.
He's not leaving. The
Okay.
guy just came in this year. The guy extended his
In
contract not even 6 months ago.
comfort, and he's
Do you
about to
think-
do a treble. He's about to do a treble. To
No,
win
but
the
still,
treble.
like
What else does
he
he want
doesn't
to
No,
have.
Kenny.
He doesn't
If
have-
Pep
he don't-
comes,
And
if Pep
Wilton,
comes,
Pep is gonna become the goat then.
If
No, but
Haaland
the-
is serious, he needs to take his talent to Spanish football. If he's serious,
But you see, it's guys like you see this deluded Real Madrid fan that just because
Guys, relax.
you're one of the because
Kenny,
no, but
Kenny,
true.
no,
I like
Kenny,
yeah,
Kenny,
okay.
there's no
Let me
point
come
of
to-
arguing with La Liga fans. They can't even
Yeah,
afford
La
goal
Liga
line
fan.
technology. There's no point of talking to. Just leave them
Guys,
alone.
I swear.
Tebas
Yeah.
text.
Guys, hold on.
Just leave them alone.
I want everybody to talk about it. Kenny, Ngolo, 2 years, 200 million euro or whatever, pounds, dollars, whatever you call it, to Saudi
Yeah,
Arabia league. Massive miss for Chelsea, or go get the bag. It's time to go.
No, obviously, it's for like I said, for me it was the for the past 2 years we've been seeing like the guy's barely played. This year I think he's played like probably 3 or 4 Premier League games.
Yeah.
It's been coming. So sooner or later we had to let him go, and then he was on a free there. So might as well go get your money. Like you've done what you had to do. Like I said, this guy, like I said, probably my second favorite player after Hazard. Like the guy was crazy. He speak
No,
here.
I love Kante, man. I'm sorry. I love Kante.
When-
Kante's the type of dude
when he-
I would just hug randomly on the road.
when he
I'll
came
just
in
hug him.
from I always remember
You what?
the
If
United
I
goal.
meet Kante on the road, I'll give him a hug.
Uh,
I'll give him a
I
hug.
always
He's hard to
remember.
do. I just give him a hug.
I always remember the United goal when he scored the celebration. The guy was still funny though.
Oh yeah, that United goal.
Like, yeah. I remember they had
He
to come
was
and
doing
hug
the
him.
Sterling run.
Yeah,
Remember that Sterling run?
yeah, he was doing the selling on the picture. Nah, the guy was still good, man. He's Champions League run now. The guy is giving me some of my best memories as a Chelsea fan. So nah, the guy he's definitely people that are saying he's not a legend. I don't know what you're smoking. Like, what do you mean he's not a legend? For? Like, some people, yeah, you guys,
To
some of you
me,
just
guys,
who
is
said
he bigger
he's
than
not
Vieira?
legend?
Is he bigger than Vieira?
were in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Kepi, I don't blame you. There's a lot of delusional people out there. It's the same way how
Eh,
people were trying to tell me Benzema,
Oh my
my club, he's not a top 5 legend for me. Like,
No. In Real Madrid, yes,
No,
but
he's
like,
not.
if you don't even care
if he
about
had
my
a World Cup, it would have been better.
you know what, anything
If he had a
about my
World Cup, it would have been
like
better.
people like there's
But under 15 tax.
genuinely crazy Barcelona fan, bro. Stupid agenda bums. They like focus on your club. They're trying to tell me my guys.
Yo, we're talking about Kante, man, not Benzema.
How you gonna tell
Clinton,
me?
why are you bringing Benzema?
How you gonna tell
Why are you
me,
bringing
bro?
Benzema?
guys,
What is wrong
guys,
with you?
let's stick to
Bro,
one after
honestly,
the other. Guys,
Wait,
let's stick
wait,
to
quick,
one after
yeah, quickly, yeah, on the yeah, obviously, get his money, but on the Saudi Arabia thing, yeah, I don't think that obviously they have the money for it, but I don't think that as you can see right now, they're buying like free players, they're giving them like high wages.
Kenny, they
But I
have
think
20 billion war
no, but
budget
the
for
thing is,
only 2 summers. 2
no,
summers,
but
Kenny. Whenever
but
you
the
use
thing is that
gas, you're paying for this thing. Remember that. Hashtag
no,
renewable
obviously,
energy.
no, it is, but the thing is
yeah.
that right now, the league, if you watch some of the game, I watch one, like the level of the league is still trash, yeah. And
It
at the
is,
end of the
but
day,
20 billion, Kenny. Kenny, 20
no,
billion for 2
you
summers.
have the money, but most of these players, yeah, like especially the young players or the players in their prime, they're not gonna go there because these guys they're fighting for something. So the players they're gonna attract is gonna be them, like I said, then probably the guys that are either over the hill or stuff, not over the hill or maybe in their 30s or like that. But they're not gonna be attracting
Okay,
like
wait. Kenny, I have a question. For
and
you.
stuff like that.
You're an upcoming
Yeah.
player, right? You're offered 250 million to play 4 years in Saudi.
No,
No,
you
but
don't
it's
say, but it's not
no,
about
but
that,
it's,
too,
wait,
bro.
wait,
You also have to
wait.
you also have to
I'm
take
sorry, man.
no,
Glory
but
does not feed your family.
no, but
Glory does not buy you a
No,
mansion.
no,
I'm
I
sorry.
get that.
no,
I
I'm
get
sorry,
that. But
guys. I'm
you
sorry.
also have to take
If anyone
also have
objects to that, you've never worked a day in your life.
no,
I'm
but
sorry.
you
If any of you object, you've never worked a day in your life. I'm sorry.
bro, you also have to take accounting. It's like the religion over there. The lifestyle is different, bro. You're not gonna have the same lifestyle that you.
Of course, I get it, but
but
250 million.
no, but that's and I see like the players,
Messi
especially
might
the
want to
Ben,
go over there
the
because of stuff
the
like that.
No,
yeah, I agree.
Messi's
Like
situation is different.
Ben,
Messi's situation, he's gonna get far more much
We'll
money in
get there,
America. Let's
guys.
be honest.
we'll get to that. But the
Really, Messi's
Benzema and
making
Kante,
more money in Inter Miami than Saudi Arabia. Would they
Yeah.
yes,
Long term.
But
Long term.
long term, yeah. But
It's a
it
long
makes
term
sense
deal,
for
long term.
it makes sense for Benzema and Kante to go there. Obviously, they're both Muslim. Like
Yep.
Benzema's Arab as well, he's Algerian. So it makes
No,
sense
he's
for
not Arab.
them
He's
to.
Berber.
Yeah,
Sorry, no,
He's
no,
Algerian, innit? Algerian,
guys,
technically, he's
before I
Berber.
go to the next,
Yeah.
before I go to the next guy, let me quickly read the chat. So, SSB said, Messi is going to my. We're gonna talk about Messi. Don't worry. Quest, shout out to you. What is the right for Kante to? Was it right for Kante to look? I think it was to
Abdullah,
Keste Wood.
pull up the chat. We can't see it.
Okay,
you can say it.
okay.
Okay,
Vilton
there we go.
said, SSB said, Vilton, talk about. We're gonna get that guy is the
Yeah,
most
bro,
overrated.
please, bro. Let's talk about
Overrated.
Most overrated midfielder in the world.
Overrated.
You guys are
Bum. Absolute
you guys are
bum.
going
How
too
do you
far,
get
man.
English tax in Bundesliga? Jude Bellingham, part 2.
How do you have an English tax in Bundesliga?
No, Jadon Sancho, part 2, guys. Come on.
You're
Next.
a yellow card merchant, bro, and you're talking about Jude Bellingham.
Jude haram.
Jude Bellingham himself is Jude Bellingham is a zero trophy merchant.
Yeah, I'm
No
trying to
trophy.
read the. I'm trying to read the message. Chill.
Yeah, I watched the ball.
You guys, let me meet you guys. Guys, let me read the chat. You guys, relax. I'm not selling pepper here. Relax. Easy. Vote said, do you know what Chelsea team will be by start of season? Let alone City. We'll get there. We'll see. Vote said, where does Chelsea finish next season? 11th or 12th?
Hey, we're aiming for a cheeky 8, huh? We're aiming for a very cheeky 8.
You are sick in the head, but no comments. Chelsea fans are saying Kante is washed.
No one's saying Kante is washed. We're just saying it's time for him to go get his money.
Is dying.
Yeah.
SSB also said, does anybody know the Saudi Arabia tax?
I don't think they have
I
it.
don't know.
Guys,
No,
guys,
but
guys.
the,
These
it's untaxed
guys are
money. Yeah.
filthy rich. It's not just tax in Saudi. Let's be honest.
SSB also said, do you guys think the teams out in the Middle East could create a league that can compete outside of Europe? This is more stable than the China. Do you guys think though?
Listen,
No,
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 but
no,
hold
in
on,
terms of funding,
no.
wait,
I don't think so. I don't think so.
wait, guys, one second. Let me say something. In terms of funding, think about it. When China first came for Oscar, they offered him 270 wages now. That is chump change. Let's be honest.
Okay,
These
Cayman,
guys
Cayman.
are shelling. Wait, just Casey, 1 second. These guys are
No, go
shelling
on.
1.2 billion. They have a 20 billion budget.
No,
Do you guys not
he's
realize
more. No, he's going to be. He's more stable than China. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah,
How is
but
it
that
more
doesn't.
stable than China?
Bro,
He's more
you know
stable
what I've
because
been asking?
because
Go ahead.
actually they have like I said, the
I
money
don't
they
know.
have there.
20
the type
billion
of
for 2 summers,
But,
Kenny? That is
Kenny,
crazy.
Wait,
Kenny.
yeah.
Even
China is
Peru,
a richer country than China is much richer than
No,
Saudi
but
Arabia.
yeah,
So.
no, but obviously you saw what they did. The most of these guys that were
we
investing
don't even
in
talk
the league,
about
they
China
saw
anymore.
that the league was losing money, so they pulled back.
Yeah, let me also read the chat.
Saudi Arabia, I don't think they're
Even
going to
on
care like that
career
about
mode,
the
I'll be like,
losses.
even on
SS
career mode,
SS
when you
also
play
said,
career mode on
SS
FIFA, you
also
don't
said,
even
can
get
the
20
Saudi
billion.
League, can the Saudis League maybe attract the next best youngster? I feel like the part of the world can pay the big bucks.
If they go to
The
South
moment
America,
they
if they
start
go to
doing
South
that
America,
with
they can get
you,
everyone.
the moment they start
If
doing
they
that,
go to South America, they can get everyone. Believe me.
FIFA and UEFA
SS
gonna
also said,
bro.
I still have no idea how we got McAllister
It's a
for
good
35
business from
million.
Chelsea, bro. They know how to do
Okay,
good business.
do you think,
No,
hold on,
yeah,
guys?
no,
I
yeah, the
think
clause.
there's something fishy going on. There's something.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he had a clause. No, he had a clause in his contract. He had a clause in
Guys,
his
hold on.
contract.
It's the same thing
They
with
didn't
Brian.
renew the contract. They didn't renew it.
It's the same thing
Gateways,
with Brian.
quick.
Brian knows how to do
Ngolo
business,
to
bro.
Saudi Arabia.
We the same.
Gateways,
Real
quick.
Madrid, Liverpool, Brian. We know how to do good business. We
Wait
don't
on,
have
hold
to
on.
pay for player like
Gateways,
Barcelona.
Ngolo.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Saudi
Can you hear
Arabia.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Your take
Yeah,
on Ngolo.
I mean, it's just another player. I mean, he's joining. It's the same team as Benzema, isn't it? This.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same team. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't gonna renew his contract, and when you're getting 100 million per season net
200,
salary,
200 for 2 years. 200 with
By the way,
extra
guys,
1 million.
yeah, so 100 per season, you ain't gonna reject that.
He's going to be able to upgrade the mini, fam.
Yeah, that's,
Is it me or is this kit is super ugly? What is this kit, man? It
He's
looks like a school bus.
he's gonna need those cars that you drive in the desert, bro. Like it's all sand over there.
yeah.
isn't
What
it?
he has like a Mini Cooper or something, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be able to upgrade. Man.
Yeah, man. You can't
I think
reject 200 million.
I think that team just won the league as well over there.
Guys,
Yeah,
imagine,
they won the
imagine.
Yeah. They
Guys,
beat,
that
Al
Mini
Nassr.
Cooper is going to be a microwave in the Middle East.
Relax, you guys are sick. Relax.
Wait.
Easy.
How many games has Kante played this season? It's like single digits.
Four
Isn't it?
games,
Yeah.
just 4.
So
Yeah.
you guys are telling
He-
me the Portuguese underwear model is not going to win the league in Saudi Arabia? Sad.
Relax. Casey, relax. No comment. No
Hmm.
comment.
Casey, you're a professional. You have to respect your hating, man.
No, man, the way the guy
So-
pushes
so
Wilton's
Conte's
button is
gonna look
hilarious,
like-
man.
Oh, SSB, you are sick. You are sick.
I mean, can he still? I don't think he can run anymore with those knees.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Nah, but it's actually not.
Otherwise-
I watched some games. Like you don't need to be a good athlete in the league.
He said
Yeah,
bubble.
Saudi Arabia.
SSB, you are sick for saying this. This is Ash on Ngolo, but relax. This is Ash on Ngolo. Relax. Stop. Oga Blue Eyes, Ngolo, finally, is getting the bag. Saudi Arabia League. 2 years with extra 1 more year.
Guys,
So it's
is it me or does that badge look like the Autobots thing?
Guys, it's
Yeah,
officially it's
man.
gonna be on Chelsea stand maybe tomorrow or next tomorrow, but officially it's done. It's a
Yeah.
done deal. Saudi Arabia League with Karim Benzema.
Hey man, yeah, big up everyone, but yeah, man, listen, this
Hey,
deal,
Blue Eye.
it's a good deal for him. It's a good deal for him. It's a good deal for Chelsea, and it's a good deal for everybody. This is, it's one thing to be a master at what you do, but it's also another thing to be able to manage your professional career in terms of transition, right? So, this is basically transitioning into the sunset, for lack of a better way to put it. And like everyone is saying, there's no crime in securing the bag. There's no
I
crime
agree.
in securing the bag, and for him, it's just perfect. But I wanted to shine the light on what SSB was saying in the comment about the Saudi Arabian League.
Mm-hmm.
So the question I have is, what do you think would keep the Saudi Arabian League afloat? Can anybody guess?
No,
Do you
that's
Money.
think
Blue Eyes. That's why I agree. I don't think it's gonna be afloat. It's gonna be like China only. It's a bubble.
No, man. It is oil money, man. That thing's backed by every single
So
car that
China.
roams the earth.
So
You
hold
know
on.
what? You
So,
know
so
what,
China.
guys? Somebody correct me if I haven't lived in that region. I've only passed through. I've never lived in that region.
Mhm.
But somebody correct me if I'm wrong. It's
It's hot.
it's more than money. It's
It's
more
more
than
than money.
money.
Yes.
It's
There's an
more than
actual
money.
like
It's for,
unlike China, there's actually a culture of football there. To be honest, it might be
for
small,
me, yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
but
exactly.
it's still
The
there.
That's true.
culture of
That's true.
football is one. The culture of football is one thing, but I think for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put it this way: think about the EPL. I know these guys that live in England have this pride that the EPL belongs to them. Fair enough. But guess what? Can the guys in UK tell me the eyes that keep the EPL afloat? The viewership
Foreigners.
Yes, a
eyes.
foreign audience.
The
Thank
foreigners.
you, my brother J2S. Thank you.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
again, I'm trying to talk about viewership diversion. How can we now focus on this new stage in Saudi?
Hmm.
I mean, they got
How
all
do
the
we,
CR7 fans. That's a
yeah,
start.
exactly. So what
Actually,
they're doing is, I think what they're doing is brilliant because they're investing in profiles that, like somebody just said right now. How many followers does Ronaldo have on
It's on
Instagram?
like 500 or something, ain't it?
400 or something.
Or is it
400 million?
400?
More than that.
Yeah. More than
Exactly.
maybe
So
close to a billion.
so all these icons are
He's
gradually
he's almost at
trans.
600 million. He has
There you go.
590.
There you go.
Jesus.
So,
But a
so
lot of
again,
bots are there.
No, but blue eyes. This new eyes,
Like,
boys. Is
this
people
bro,
actually
like,
gonna
you
follow them?
shitting on Eagles, bro?
no, but the thing
Might
is,
as well call
listen,
yourself skip
listen,
bayless, bro.
listen.
Call yourself skip bayless, bro. Jesus.
Let me
Can I just,
hear Blue Eyes.
yeah.
Let me hear
man,
Blue
Casey,
Eyes.
Are you guys?
Casey, man,
I'll let you
Casey,
guys.
you're a legend,
Are you
bro.
guys
Casey,
done?
you're a
Let me hear
legend.
Blue Eyes. Let me hear Blue Eyes. Go ahead.
Okay. So again, for me, it's a trial and error thing for this for in Saudi. I think this is trial and error, and they have the financial backing or wherewithal or deep pockets to experiment this. So in all honesty, this is an experiment. If they're
Yeah.
able to divert, like I said, the eyes to that stage, even if it works for 5 years, guess what? They're still gonna rack in billions, and they're gonna hype up that awareness because people think it's all about money. It's awareness, ladies and gentlemen, awareness, so that people can now start subscribing to Saudi sport channels. People can now start resubs with Bean because I think Bean is a big link.
But
Bean
Yeah,
Sport.
Bean is not.
No, BN is
But
Qatari.
Bean is not
It's
Saudi.
Qatari.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
Bean,
Qatar.
I know,
don't say,
but
that out.
Bean,
Bean is
but,
Qatar.
yeah,
Bro,
but
they're
Bean has,
enemies. They're actually enemies.
The enemy.
no,
Yeah,
but,
Don't talk.
yeah.
yeah,
That's the
but
that's the
but
ops.
still,
Yeah,
but
they
still,
had to settle the piracy
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
yeah, but still, you get a lot. You can still. There, I'm just giving you an example. Okay, let's say they're enemies, fine, but
Hmm.
again, it's trying. Like I always say, viewership diversion, and this is a brilliant way. However, investing in retirees is the only wrinkle for me because I think Ngolo is near retiring age. Come on, guys.
Yeah,
This
of
is
course.
Ronaldo retiring age. Benzema retirement age. So investing in retirees is one thing, but it's because they want to get that 1 year splash in the pan where they can get as much awareness as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And then players can now start thinking, if I can make another 100 grand on top of the 100 I'm making in England,
Yeah.
why should and then agency. We have to look at agency as well. If you have a good agent by your side who can negotiate these deals and paint this picture for you paint a big picture of what it could be in the next 5 years, why not? So for me, this Saudi experiment, it's a Saudi experiment.
But you see the salaries they're offering. They're not gonna be offering that to like most of these
Sorry?
guys.
Yeah.
Sorry?
The salaries they're offering to like the top
But
players. They're not gonna be offering that to like the
Kenny,
on them.
so
Yeah.
no, but Kenny, they might offer say a kid from Brazil if Barca might offer him like I don't know 2 million per year, they might offer him 10 million
Yeah,
or
but
20
they,
million.
they can't. They
Exactly,
can't.
Casey.
They can't
That's
offer.
exactly the point.
Listen, they
That's
can't
exactly
offer.
the point.
They can't offer everybody Ngolo Kante's deal.
Yeah.
You have to understand what they're doing now, right? It's like starting a new business. You're breaking ground. It's like what thought.
Yeah,
You know what? Let me actually dilute this. You see what's happening in Saudi is exactly what Todd Bowley is doing with Chelsea. Let me see who can figure this out. This is exactly what you call
What?
breaking ground. Yeah, I know. It's a little bit. It's what you call a riddle.
Casey, relax. This is not Blue
Hold
Eyes'
on,
worst
hold on,
take.
hold on,
Just
hold on.
relax. Let him finish. Casey, continue. Blue Eyes, continue. Sorry.
This is what you call breaking ground. You start business,
The plan might be landing.
you
The
break
plane might be
ground.
landing. I mean.
No, hold on. You start
My
business
friend,
because
Casey, this plane has no wheels. Let's be honest.
oh shit. Yo, guys, you want to finish, man?
Sorry, Blue Eyes. Sorry, man. Sorry.
Holy smokes. Listen, Todd Bowley, people still don't know what Todd Bowley is doing with Chelsea. They're waiting for that plane to land.
Does Todd Bowley know what he's doing?
Of course he does. Look at a Man U fan talking. This Man U guy, don't let me start with
Barcelona,
him.
fan, say Barcelona.
Oh, he's a
Barcelona fan.
Barcelona fan, even worse. Okay. No. Listen, jokes aside, to break ground, you have to invest money. And to invest money, you invest in the actual pieces that will attract attention. And I bet you, all of us in this stream right now will probably want to watch Ngolo Kante play a couple of games in Saudi, right?
Sure, we'll see.
I don't know about a couple, but yeah.
Oh, you don't know about a couple, maybe one game?
Yeah, maybe one game.
Maybe.
Like Ronaldo, I did the
Maybe.
one game. The also, even I didn't even
No,
watch the whole
guys,
game.
I saw the clip of the camel riding, and I gave up. I said, I'm not watching this. I saw that camel riding clip. I said, hell no.
This could be, guys. Like I said, this could be. It's a hit or
Yeah.
miss, but it's worth the experiment because they have the financial backing. And like you guys are saying, there's actually a what do you call it? They're trying to make it more of a cultural linkage between football and because there's a lot of fans there, a lot of EPL fans.
Yep.
Yeah.
In Saudi,
But-
tons of
but
EPL, more
Blue
than
Eyes-
what you have in England.
Blue Eyes.
Yo, by the way, did you guys see
know-
that clip of Todd Bowley with the Saudi fan?
Yeah, with the Saudi fan, I saw that.
I love that, man. I love that. That really
No,
warmed
Sorry,
my
Blue-
heart.
somebody
Blue
was
Eyes,
trying
Blue
to say
Eyes.
something to
Blue,
me. Yeah,
Blue
go ahead.
Eyes. But the problem with that, what the best league in the Middle East, North Africa region is? It's actually Egypt.
Yeah.
And
Sorry,
they
say
are the best. Egypt
Al-
has the best league in the
Yeah, but
Middle
Al-Ahly.
East, North
has the best what?
league in the Middle East, North
Oh,
Africa.
of course. No, in Africa.
No, Middle East, North Africa. That's what I said because you're talking culturally, right? So that's the MENA region.
No, but of course. Listen, we all know that Egypt spent so much money in local
They don't.
football.
Yeah,
No, they
but
don't.
like nothing compared to
Let me
Saudi.
Yeah, more than the rest of Africa.
Yeah,
Actually.
exactly. They
Yeah.
spend a lot of money in. Let me explain to you how it works
Yeah.
out there. I'm not Egyptian, but based on the African side, because of they spend money in the local leagues.
Yep. Yeah.
You understand? They invest millions,
Hmm.
if not billions. Somebody correct me. In the local league. So if you go to Egypt, they have Division 1, Division 2, Division. My friend played Division 3 in Egypt before he went to Turkey. So they have a very, very they've had this moving system since we're talking decades.
Yeah. Since Nasser actually. Yeah.
Way back. So I'm not surprised with Egypt. And then you have to consider Egypt also has population.
Yep.
Huge numbers. Huge.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
But I
fair
think
enough. I got you.
Egypt has
Yeah, because-
developed. No. But my point is that Egypt has actually developed their local talent. Saudi Arabia is not doing anything like that.
They
So I
do
think they
that.
would. I think
but
they
you-
would do that development.
No, hold
stuff
on.
because-
Let me respond to that comment. You have to remember there were different priorities at different times, at different eras in different regions. If you look at what Egypt did at that time, and you look at how Saudi has grown, you can tell their priorities were totally different. Now, it looks like Saudi is trying to focus on this football thing because obviously they have the appetite. They've probably done the numbers, and the appetite is boiling in Saudi for football, especially after the World Cup. Because that World
they
Cup
did decent.
was held next door practically.
Exactly.
You know,
No,
so
but they're enemies of that. I repeat again.
But
Qatar.
Blue Eyes, one of
Yes,
the
sir.
reasons why Saudi Arabia is pumping this cash. They're actually bidding for the 2030 World Cup, right?
You see,
Yep.
I didn't even
So
know this. You
yeah,
see,
so they
ah,
are going to use these guys as the key ambassadors to drive their bid. So far
interesting.
it looks like they are leading because man, all these superstars they have, they're going to drive. I think the decision comes in 2 years' time or in less than. I think next year. I think
No,
Yeah,
next
no,
year.
no,
next
no.
year,
I,
next
I think
year.
based on the
No,
report,
this
no,
year.
Emmy,
It
I
should be
think
this year.
is it
Emmy,
this year? Yeah,
Emmy,
I
based
think it's
on the
December. I think it's December this year.
Yeah.
FIFA will
yeah
make a
December this
decision.
year, and
Because
the
they
club
need
work.
like 6-7 years to like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
prepare for that.
to
And
prepare.
most,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but the thing is, right? It's be difficult for the world to go back to the deserts again, right? To the Arabian deserts, right? Because they just did Qatar this year or just last
Yeah.
year. Imagine in 2030. But more, there's nothing like Abdul always say. There's nothing money cannot push, right?
Yeah.
These guys, 20 billion pounds. That's a lot of money, bro. They got money.
Emmy, for only 2 summers, by the way. Only 2 summers. That's the budget.
Yeah, these guys want to bring the because they are constantly competing with Qatar. Qatar is probably rubbing it into them and saying, "We
We got
hosted
a
the
World
best
Cup.
World Cup." Yeah, because Qatar's World Cup probably one World Cup they're going to talk about for like at least the next 30 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Thanks
Yep.
to Messi. Thanks to Messi.
So Saudi Arabia is going to come
Hashtag
back
rigged.
and say, "You
Hashtag
know
rigged.
what? We can do much more." That's why they're getting all these guys, and I think it's pretty much the government actually sponsoring all these deals. Like it's the
It's
it's
Yeah,
it,
it
like
is.
all the
Saudi
clubs are owned by
Arabia
the government.
players,
All the
right?
And
clubs are
Yeah,
owned by the
Emmy,
government.
Emmy,
Yeah,
before
that's very weird though.
your quick take on Ngolo making that money to Saudi Arabian league.
I'm very happy for Ngolo Kante, man. Like, bro,
Yep.
this guy has been, this guy came from the depths of football leagues, right? I think 10 years ago was it 10 or 15 years ago or 12 years ago he was playing in the fourth tier of French football, right?
Yep. Him
And
and Mendy.
yeah, he rose all the way to the second division. I think Cannes, Leicester bought him from Cannes, right?
yeah, from
Cannes
Khan.
is,
Yeah,
is a French team in the Ligue 1. So he and he used to be a winger. Just FYI, he started as a winger actually. This kid, right? He started as a winger before he was converted,
So
to play.
Lampard was right in playing him in that right wing, huh? Okay, I
No,
get
no,
it.
no, 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 no. That's a different conversation. Anyway,
he
He's a
does.
genius. He's a genius, man.
He does have
Anyway,
the
Emmy,
number
make
seven.
I
I
Emmy,
misunderstood
Emmy,
genius.
Emmy, yeah, Emmy,
I,
Emmy.
be,
Go
I
ahead.
believe I believe we are looking at a future Premier League Hall of Famer.
Yep.
As
Yep.
in, he's definitely he's so good. There's a position named after him, the Kante role. Kante he's just a unique. He's an all round midfielder, and I know people didn't really see his ball playing skills a lot, but this guy, I'll tell you. I went back to watch the Champions League final against Man City, Chelsea Man City 2021. If not for Kante, I believe that Pep solved the entire Chelsea team, but he never solved Kante.
Yeah,
He didn't he didn't solve Kante.
yeah.
He didn't understand. He didn't see Pep never believed that Kante will play the way he played in that final. Sorry, I'm hearing myself.
He didn't start
yeah,
a
Are you
DM.
yourself?
He didn't start a DM. That was it.
Blessing, blessing a Niger Wi-Fi. Abdullah is still in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
yeah, his skills on the ball improved with Sarri, I think, because Sarri played him a bit more forward, so I think he got better. There.
Yeah, I think Ngolo owes a lot to Sarri because Sarri was headstrong and saying Kante is not a DM that just sits in the base of the midfield tree. No, this guy is actually, I like the word that Tuchel used to describe him, a water carrier, right? He pretty much helps everyone carry their water. Like he's everywhere all around our midfield. Or that
But let me
But
ask
about,
I have a
but
question
wait,
for
1
you.
second, guys. About that comment, was it racially motivated? Let's be honest.
No,
Oh my gosh,
Small
Q
little African
man,
man carrying water.
everything
Come on,
now.
guys.
Come on now.
Am I the only one who saw that?
No.
Q man, you're going
Let me
too
have a
far,
question.
man.
A water carrier. So what he meant, that was just analogy.
Let me
Water
have a
carrier
question for you when you're done.
is someone that pretty much is there to mop up for everyone when they lose the ball or when the ball is loose, right? Or when you need to actually win the ball back.
Okay.
So he's not someone that just stays in one place to win the ball. He's someone that goes all around the field, winning the ball and actually helping his team to start an attack. And most times he's actually fantastic. That 2021, I can tell you, I think if I say Kante was at his peak in that 2021, I might not be wrong. Or was it 2018? I don't
No,
know.
no. In
I think I
2021,
don't.
he was
I think he
injured for
was
6 months.
I think he was at his peak between 2018 and 2021. But
Yeah,
Let me hold on.
no,
Let
for
me
me,
hold on. Let me
that
ask you a
first
question.
season at Chelsea,
Yeah.
when he came, yeah, nah, it was
yeah,
Let me
I
crazy.
know.
Let me ask you a question. Amy.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So in your overall, obviously you're a Kante guy.
I
So
love
if you,
Kante.
I
Yeah.
know. You don't tell now. You don't tell where Bele dey front.
Mhm.
However, if you were to isolate
Mm.
Kante's niche as a midfielder, do you think he's a DM? Do you think he's a
No.
destroyer? Do you
No,
think he's a calm?
he's not. He's not a calm. He's an all-round midfielder. So you
No. But
can't.
you didn't answer my question.
Yeah,
You didn't
he's
answer
not.
my
That's
question.
what I'm saying. He's not a
Eh?
calm. He's not a
You can't.
DM.
So
I'll not
so
put. I'll
He's a box to box.
He's
no,
a
what's
box.
his special?
He's what? He's a modern midfielder. Let me just put it that
Yeah,
way.
What's his
he's a box to
specialty?
box.
What's his specialty?
His specialty is
Yeah.
He's a
actually
destroyer,
helping his
bro.
team.
He's a destroyer.
No, he's not
He's
a
a
destroyer.
destroyer.
No, he's not a destroyer. No. That you're
Okay.
limiting him. He's actually a ball carrier. He
No, but
carries the ball.
exactly. But the thing is, though, you see, when
He wins the ball and carries the ball. So he connects the two boxes. That's what he
I
does.
know, but
The
if
ball
you
winning
think about
midfielder.
it, though, if you think about it, right? If you think about
Mhm.
what do you call it, from the maintenance standpoint, in terms of I don't if I say longevity, it might be a little bit of a dig, but from a maintenance standpoint, do you think that if Kante just sat at home and did the simple things, just sit in front of you?
No, he won't want to
No?
do that.
Okay.
You'll be killing him. You'll be killing him.
You think so?
Yes, you'll be killing him. It's like telling let me think of how the analogy now, but I can't think very well. But yeah, you kill him. He see Kante, you pretty much so what you're doing, Kante is best when he wins the ball up the field and gains you
Thank
guys
you.
the advantage of the
No,
field,
but
right?
Kante won the league with Conte in his office.
Yes.
Yes.
But guess what? In that system,
No, it wasn't in his office.
wait, Kante was not the DM. The DM was
Yeah, it was
Matic.
Matic. Yeah, it
No,
wasn't
Matic
Kante.
sits.
But remember, hold on. You guys are missing. I'm not saying he's a DM, but I'm saying if
If he stepped back.
if you keep him, if let's say whatever he's doing, you keep him close to the what everybody expected. Keep him close to the defense instead of that advancing role, which I prefer personally. I prefer the advancing role, how he goes up and comes back. I love it. However, a lot of Chelsea fans were under this notion that because you know why the fact that he's this what do you call it ever present midfielder all over the place. Sometimes
Yeah.
you find coaches get drunk and play him as winger.
No,
Just
nobody
because
played
Yeah.
him as winger. It's just that
Oh my God!
sometimes
Is
he
is
finds
Blue Eyes
himself.
Francis,
attacking
you mean
Lampard?
Francis?
You mean
No.
Francis?
do my eyes
Just
do my
cause
ears
but
deceive me?
no,
Did Blue Eyes
I
Francis?
just
don't think
insult Lampard?
anybody has played
Oh
listen,
him.
my
listen,
God! Wait, guys.
all I'm saying is this hindsight is 2020. Kante is
Oh my
top
God!
class. Kante is top class. However,
He's
I
world class,
always
actually. Yeah,
top,
he's world class.
yeah, he's world
Oh, my
class.
friend, there's no question about that. Please, there's no question
I
about that.
always ask the question because for example, and I don't know if I'm why I always compare Kante to Modric. Maybe that's criminal.
No, you can't compare the two.
No,
They're
Exactly.
different.
No,
No.
not the style of play, but I'm just talking maintenance from a maintenance standpoint. Modric is probably
Nah.
going to do another 2 seasons at Real, no?
No.
No.
No. He
I think
finished.
he's in
He's
his
he
not
might
last.
he might
Only
finish this
one.
season.
He's on year to year now, so I think he might be on his last.
How old is he?
He's
38.
37.
Yeah.
38, yeah.
So if you compare and they know they use injury compare, but if you compare injury record, Modric and a lot of his peers in that role, in that real estate, you can see that Modric's maintenance package
But
is a lot more attractive because of what he does.
Yeah, but remember, Blue Eyes,
Mhm.
Modric does not play in the Premier League. The Premier League is the Super League, right? the La Liga is probably a little better.
Is this Amy giving? Is this Amy giving? Is this Amy
Nah,
giving
nah.
credit?
No, it's the
If he-
physicality.
Nah.
No, it's the physicality. You have to talk about the
Yep,
physicality.
he cannot
right?
Yeah,
survive.
sure.
He cannot survive. the
Modric,
sun. He
Modric is a
cannot.
very physical player. What are you talking about?
No, he's
No,
not.
no,
No,
he
but he
runs.
cannot survive the
No,
sun.
no,
Modric
he
is very
doesn't.
physical.
That kind
He's a
of-
very good
No,
athlete.
no,
like,
but
what
no.
are
It means
He is
the
a
Premier
good
League.
athlete.
No, the Premier League. There's more intensity than in La
Exactly.
Liga.
That's actually a myth. You know what the most intense
Fam,
league
that's
is in the
not-
world? It's Bundesliga.
It's the
What league is that?
Bundesliga. Yeah, I know it's
What league is that?
Bundesliga. I know it's Bundesliga. But
So, I
after
mean,
Okay.
Bundesliga
You
is
said
after the
Bundesliga is the
Bundesliga.
I will
most
say
intense? I don't know.
I mean,
about
Yes,
if
yes, yes.
Bellingham is a
They
star,
wanna
of course, the
no, yeah.
Bundesliga has to be
Wallahi,
the
can I
biggest
speak on
regime.
my signing, please? Wallahi, bro. Wallahi.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
hold on.
no.
Let's move on.
No, let me finish my.
Okay,
Yeah,
finish your
go
Benny.
ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Amy.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
No. But see, what last thing, man? Kante deserves a banner in Stamford Bridge because you know what?
Emi, it's criminal.
Yes,
They
it's
put that
criminal.
dog mount.
It's not just a banner that comes down, a banner that stays up. Like
I
he
agree.
deserves one on the rafters
It
because
is. It
if
probably
not,
is.
if not for Kante, that Premier League Conte one, that's the 2017 one.
That Champions League.
I don't think Chelsea wins it. That Champions League, Chelsea don't win it.
No, that's yeah. Yeah, no,
And
that
because-
Champions League run, yeah, this.
The Euro?
Actually,
Europa? What about guys? What about Europa? Yeah.
okay, that
That's more
Europa-
like Hazard.
That was Hazard.
That's
That-
Hazard.
that's
That
more
was
like
No,
Hazard.
that was actually Giroud.
That was
No, that
Hazard's
was
playground.
that was
That was
you know
Hazard's.
what?
that was Giroud.
No, Hazard was the project manager.
No, Hazard cooked in the final and the semi.
No, Kenny,
he
Hazard
didn't
gave
play like that.
Batshuayi a Premier League trophy. Please
Remember,
respect that name, huh?
Hazard did not play that competition to the semi-finals, right?
Yeah, to the semi. Yeah, it was Giroud that was actually scoring. That
And
was actually.
Kante, but in that final, another Kante masterclass, right?
And he was injured. Absolutely.
Yeah, he
And
was,
he was
injured.
injured.
He was injured, but he came in that final and destroyed Shaka. In fact, people
Exactly.
are saying they paid the same amount for both players, but man,
Emmy, that is where the
Emmy,
comparison
way
started.
above Shaka. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah,
Fair
because Arsenal wanted to buy him.
Yeah, I was actually in for him, but guess what? I think Chelsea just came in and just paid the money Leicester wanted and just took him out and just
Fair
drove him.
enough. Let
threw him in.
me read the chat. Vote for Fitz. It's not a good deal for Chelsea. The club should have secured a contract for him weeks ago. and
Okay,
Chelsea could have
ideally, yes.
No,
Ideally.
I don't think. See, let me not lie to you. I don't think Chelsea. I wanted Kante. It makes sense for him to leave because guess what?
Yes.
At this point, Chelsea is going in a different direction to what Kante, would be able to bring. So
No, Emmy, you don't understand his point. His point is let him go, but then get 30 million.
Let Kante go make that money because guess what, man? This 100 million is not small money, oh.
No. What you mean?
No, that's not what he's saying.
What he means
That's
is
not what he
he's saying
means,
that
Emmy. That's not what he means.
we should have got some money
answer
back.
that.
Like,
Yeah, I know, but
Let
guess
me-
what?
But that's being greedy, in my opinion. That's
Come on,
being
that's
greedy.
being greedy, man. This guy.
Yeah, let the guy go. He's
Yeah,
giving
the
you,
guy's
he's
been
giving you
doing
European
about
titles. He's giving you
Chelsea.
European titles. Let him go.
You're already
7 years. 7
Yeah,
seasons.
you're already
Fair
removing the
enough.
200. You're already removing the 200k in wages. Like it's enough. You don't need to
Why
add.
you know? Yeah,
Fair enough.
sometimes you don't have
Let's
to
Let
go
me say
SSB.
to
something
it,
to
yeah.
SSB.
Okay,
And
go ahead.
like really quick, just to say something to SSB. SSB, there's something called the what is it called? Do not burn a bridge. Relationship building 101. And in the case of Ngolo Kante, he basically served the club.
Yeah, for 7 seasons. Yeah.
He served the club, and sometimes I know business makes sense. Probably if this was Roman would probably no, but Roman loved Ngolo
No,
as well.
Roma actually let him go. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's not about that. The money is good, but even if you got the money and you fracture the relationship, then big picture is lost.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Abdullah. Sorry.
Yeah, fair enough. But I'm waiting to see farewell Messi because Ngolo is an humble guy. So I want to see what's gonna write.
No, there's going to. I will not seen that yet. I'm sure Chelsea, the Chelsea fan. I'm sorry, the Chelsea official Twitter page and all the social media pages will give a very good farewell. But we need a rafter. We need.
I think that will be done tomorrow. According to the report, tomorrow or this week.
I don't care about those ones. Those ones disappear. I need Kante's name up in the rafters with that smiling face.
Me
Like,
too.
seriously.
I need that.
That face
Those
needs to go
proper
up in the
idiots.
rafters somewhere. Yeah.
So SSB said, what if Saudi League goes to Senegal, Cameroon, or Morocco, or Algeria, and recruit the young talent from those countries? It's
That's a
possible, very
fantastic
possible.
question. No, he's trying to
Go
They
to
be
might.
Senegal,
Very,
offer a young kid
That's a
10
great
million.
idea.
No,
That's a
that's a
great idea,
sarcastic
actually.
question. It's a fantastic question, but there's sarcasm in it. SSB, I hear you. I know what you're trying to say.
like,
No,
let's
no,
put
no,
it.
no.
Okay. Should I give an update on this? I see Saudi Arabia actually have, they've gone into some African countries to open academies. They've invested. They're investing in some West
They're
African,
investing in Africa. Yes, yes,
yeah,
exactly. I mean,
in academies. So they're opening academies in those West African countries, and I think all across their plan is to go out across Africa. By it's a way to actually cajole African votes for the 2030 World Cup bid. These guys are
World
going
Cup,
all out, right? So they are investing in Africa, saying, okay, we're going to open academies, which is actually awesome, man. If they're going to run those academies, and actually harness the talent, it's a win-win for them
Very
because the talents coming, hold on, Abdullah, very important. The talents coming from those academies can be pulled into the Saudi Arabian League. They can gain revenue from that, and also helping them to also get that 2030 World Cup bid, because Africa has 48 votes. That's huge, man. That is very huge. The entire Europe don't have 48 votes, right? So Africa giving, if they get Africa and they get America and they get Asia, they are winning it. They're taking that World Cup, right?
I agree. SSB said that the World Cup angles make sense for Messi not going to Saudi Arabia. Argentina won that 30 from what I've seen online. And I don't think that he's now winning though. But the problem is, I think based on what Emi said, though, Saudi Arabia will probably have the upper hand in terms of what
is Argentina pushing to host?
Yes, Argentina, Spain, and Portugal.
They don't stand a chance. Argentina, they're rioting, man. No, they don't have money in Argentina right now. Man.
So now let's talk. Casey, I'm gonna come to you on this.
They can't stand this guy.
Casey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna come to you on this.
You guys have liquid cash, man. Liquid cash.
Lionel Messi is going to Miami. He's coming to America to go and play with David Beckham and Inter Miami in USA. Give me your take, because according to we wanted to go Barcelona, but I think there was issue with FFP. Is it FFP or something? Issues with
Barcelona should move on from Messi, please. Man.
Yeah,
they can't, bro. They can't. They're in the knees, bro. They're in the knees for 36.
How many times?
Yeah, Barcelona.
Messi's coming to South Beach, man. Messi's coming to South Beach, where champions live, man.
Lionel Messi going to Miami, Inter Miami. Go ahead, give me your take.
I mean, I'm a bit sad, but bro, I think what can you do, man? Come on, it just that's it, man. Like, I hope we at least give him a send off though at Camp Nou, but other than that, like it's a very good deal for him, and I will get to see him. We might actually be able to see him. Like,
because I read everything and say this is the first thing.
Abdullah, they are gonna play at MetLife on 26th, right? The ticket before today was $26. Now it's at $428.
Wow. So he said, according to the person, I'm joining Miami. The decision is 100% confirmed.
Yeah.
If I had a better, if it has been a matter of money, I would have gone to Arabia or else. It seemed like a lot of money to.
No, but I think that's just fugazi because I think he's gonna earn more in Miami because
the truth is my final decision goes elsewhere, not because of money. But Messi, relax.
This guy make it seem like he's a humble guy and that.
Let me know, like,
guys. He also said, "I have been supporting Barcelona during the year. I'm a fan. I spoke to Sabi a lot. We discussed. We always are then frequent."
My thing is that I think league we are probably gonna win the league. I mean, Madrid are with Ancelotti, they are crap. They're absolutely garbage.
But
it's just that Europe, like we are horrible in Europe. And my thing was that Messi might help us in Europe though, but like
Messi, oh my God, imagine depending on a 38-year-old.
Wilson, chill.
Guys, wait. Let me read it. It says, I heard some report of La Liga giving green light, but the truth is that many things were still missing in order to make my return to Barcelona happen. I didn't want to be responsible for them to sell players or reduce salary. I was tired. Excuse me, what?
Wow. Yeah. Whoa. It's basically like, so we need to free up like 40 million, and we probably will do it by 40 million in wages, so he probably will do it by July. So he didn't want to wait till then.
And you know,
Wow.
guys, I tell you guys something, right? If Barcelona actually tried to sell their players and make room for Messi, that would just make the Barcelona. You guys have to realize something. Post
Yeah,
Messi
like you're
era has to
replacing the
go through.
problem with a
It has
problem.
to happen. Exactly, it has to happen. So far, you're bearing the brunt of the issues. Why do you want to go through it again?
Yeah,
Why do
but
you
we
want
don't
to
have any
postpone
good. We don't have any good wingers. So my thing was that Messi might be able to help us, at least in terms
it?
of
But is he
creativity.
worth 6 players? Is he worth 6 players? Honestly,
He also
6 donkeys.
said,
Yeah, we have 6 donkeys. Yeah, he's worth it.
okay, hold on. Messi also said, I have loved a farewell like Iniesta, Busquets, Xavi, and Hernandez Xavi. That is why I was very happy to hear the chant with my name by Barcelona fans as Camp Nou. It was a strange feeling to hear Barcelona fans calling my name, but
No,
then
Abdullah, I think we might be able to give him that though. Like that's why I think they might be able to do that. The farewell.
Yeah, you don't need to be
also,
a club
guys,
to do that. Like, come on.
Yeah.
he
imagine
also said
Camp Nou
money.
singing for a
He also
soccer
said
player.
money never
Wow.
been an issue. We didn't even
Crazy.
discuss contract with Barcelona. He sent me a proposal, but that was never an official written signed proposal. We never negotiated my salary. It was about money. Otherwise, I was going to.
No, Abdullah, they're giving
Yo,
him.
Messi
They're giving him
lies,
I was
man.
no,
Oh
they're
my
giving him
God.
percentage of like Apple revenue.
I was dreaming about
Apple TV
return
revenue.
years. I was never sure about that happening because I remember very well the story. Hold on. The story of August 2021, 2 years ago. I didn't want to tell my kids we go back to Barcelona, and then no, I was quiet. Listen.
Yeah.
This guy acting as if it was about the money. Man,
No, but
what?
no, Kenny. It is a bit about money though, but like Miami, if you're like Spanish speaking, like Miami is a pretty good city for you. So
Yeah, no, it makes sense to go there. It makes really sense, especially with the deal they're giving him. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
100% sense.
Yeah.
But
With regards to Barca, I think
finish.
we're gonna be okay. We just need like a good winger, basically. That's what we need. Because midfield, I'm confident in midfield. Like, bro, we are facing Bellingham, man. Come on.
Jeez. Man, with this, I don't know what he's
bro.
Wilton,
What has Bellingham? What has
Wilton,
I have a question. I have a question for you.
All your midfielders. Abdullah,
Jesus.
Can we stop talking about this retired version? Messi's gone to MLS, bro.
You mean Wilton? You mean the goat? You mean the goat?
Wanted this guy back. They could see Barca can't even sign their own club legend back. Look how shit they are, bro. Embarrassing.
Still, how many points have we had of you? 10, 12? 10, 12 points.
Please, guys, I will get the
Wilton, didn't you tell me that you're gonna win the league this year? What happened?
Guys, hold on. He also said, I'm not sure if Barcelona did everything possible to make it happen. Honestly, I just know Xavi told me. I'm sure that there were people into the club that does not want me to return to Barcelona.
Oh yeah, that's actually but that is actually true. Our sporting director doesn't want him.
Bro, even
Xavi,
your own coach doesn't want Messi back, bro.
No, Xavi wants him.
No, Xavi wants him.
Xavi
does not want Messi back.
Messi said
he knows it, bro. Why would you want a 36-year-old? What is he gonna do, bro?
He is the GOAT, the greatest faulter, unlike that Portuguese underwear model.
And that's the difference between Real Madrid and Barcelona, right? That's the difference.
Yeah. You buy 18-year-old bums.
That's to join Miami, and I don't know what.
Bro, you employ Gabi, bro, and you talking trash.
Oh God, here's the thing. Wilton, you're right.
What does he do, bro?
Yeah, 100%. I agree. Gabi is a bum. Gabi is a bum. But Bellingham,
that's what I saw. I saw Bellingham doing stuff in the Champions League.
You guys.
What did Bellingham do in the Champions League? What do you do?
Let me finish. Messi said, I received bids from other European clubs, but I didn't even consider those proposals because my only idea was to join Barcelona.
He's talking about Chelsea and football, by the way.
I wanted to play something in Miami. Don't worry. But Messi, we're going to watch you. Don't worry. It's fair enough. So, Blue Eyes, Inter Miami, Lionel Messi.
Wait. Read the... there was a quote there about...
Laporte.
Yeah, sorry.
No, he's coming to Miami, Blue Eyes. He's coming to your house.
Yeah, listen. I'm not a Messi guy, but he's coming to South Beach. I'm a Miami Heat fan, and we need to keep the fire burning in South Beach. So if this works, I can tell you a lot of the fans are like excited.
Bro, I've
understand?
seen the tickets.
Guys,
Tickets
can
Don't
you
know.
imagine
Jokic is gonna bury the.
Blue
Sorry,
Eyes, you
sorry,
seen the tickets? Have you seen the tickets for the first game? It's like $500, $600.
Of course, it's
Yeah.
too much, man. It's too
Wilton,
much.
the prices have increased by like
And,
20
that's
times.
that's
Come
for
on.
that's for auto in the back, bro. Imagine
Let me read the
people
chat.
sitting a little in front.
FB
That's
said,
800
"This is
$800.
on breaking
To put
news.
that into
Arsenal now increase
perspective,
Makaya
put
back."
how much are people playing
Then
to see Kendo in Saudi?
hold on.
One
But
one
SSG also said, hold on, SSG said, how Apple TV actually improved MLS viewing. I haven't watched as much as MLS since Apple TV. Apple TV is doing very well, especially
Yeah.
people that use iPhones. If you are
Yeah.
using iPhones, it's good for watching MLS
No.
there.
Yeah. And they're pretty good shows on
Hold
Apple
on,
TV also.
Abdullahi, did you see?
Yeah, guys, I have a question. Do they have like Game 7 in MLS?
Hold on.
Did you see what FB said in the comments? If that is
Yeah,
true,
I saw the report.
about Havertz,
Yeah.
Yes, I saw the report too.
he's going to Arsenal.
Yeah.
Nah, they're in the race.
If Arsenal goes, if
They're in the
Havertz
race, they're
goes
in the
to
race.
Arsenal, no more stream for me, man. I'm done.
No,
Oh my
Madrid
God,
wants him.
man.
He's going to Real
This is
Madrid.
criminal. This is
He's
criminal.
not coming to
So he's
Real
not going to
Madrid,
Real.
bro.
They pulled out.
Relax,
They pulled
he's not
out.
coming to Real Madrid.
Madrid
I don't know why.
maybe,
I
man.
don't know
We
why you
got
guys
maybe.
disrespecting, man.
We don't
I'm not
disrespect him. We
disrespecting
just
him.
100
I don't
million?
think he's coming
100
to Real
million?
Madrid.
Please.
No,
But I see. I was watching the Chelsea stream where they said that Havertz is this shit player.
But I have a question for you.
Nah, his chance to come to Madrid is that season, that COVID season, but we
Yeah,
didn't.
but I have a question for Chelsea fans. Do you actually think someone is going to pay 70 million pounds for Mount, who is on his last year of contract, and
I know.
75?
Listen, let me answer that.
Yeah,
Listen,
Mount
man.
is.
Hold on, let me just answer
No,
that question.
coronation tax, man.
Listen, hold on,
United have to
let me
pay.
answer Casey.
No,
It's for the king.
no.
Hold on. Let me answer Casey. Casey, stop with this. I know because he's an English player. You said it.
Yeah.
You already said. I know your sentiment with Jude Bellingham.
Yeah, he's a hater, bro. He hates English players.
Jude Bellingham is
He's a
shit,
hater.
man.
By the way, after today's disaster class, I hate Rice also.
English player. That's why he's a hater.
Exactly.
He doesn't like.
Oh, by the way,
Jude
Blue
Bellingham.
Eyes, did you see your boys stink up that final?
He's
Blue Eyes,
born
did you see your
enough.
boys
Did
stink
you
up
see
that final?
Rice? Did you see Rice today?
Yeah, stinking up that final. Imagine
He's a
120
hater,
million for that.
He's a hater, Blue Eyes. He's a hater. He doesn't like English players, bro.
Guys,
Let me hear Blue Eyes.
Guys, please move.
No, I like Hurricane. I like Hurricane.
Hold on,
No,
now.
man. Like me and Casey, we just hate the Empire, man. We hate the Empire.
Guys,
We just
Abdullah, let me say something. Let me just say something. Abdullah,
Why?
can we not interrupt each other, guys? Is that okay?
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
let's keep on
Moving
after
forward,
that.
moving forward. If anybody wants to talk, just talk when everyone is finished, man. Come on, guys.
Tell Casey that, bro. That
Let's be
bum, bro.
orderly, guys, please.
Nah, man.
Right.
This is the first time I'm screaming. It's like a hip hop battle, man. It's like a DJ battle. It's like a DJ battle.
Right, guys.
Man. You guys. Okay. Anyways, what were we saying again? If Havertz goes to Arsenal, criminal.
criminal.
FB, where did you see? FB, where did you see this?
I don't know how concrete it is, but I saw the report. We have to wait and see.
Because it only makes sense. If I were him, I'll go. Because the fans.
Wait, to Arsenal?
Yeah, the fans hate me.
No, man, I'm sorry. Like the way.
Hold on. Let me just finish. You see, we're starting again. This thing, I think.
No. You cannot postpone a question and then get angry people trying to answer.
Because
you can't do that.
Done. After I ask the question, I'm gonna bounce out so you guys can answer it. So, like I said,
all right, sorry, then continue.
Listen, fans hate him, right? 1, 2. Fans don't appreciate him. 3. Arsenal is in the Champions League, and Arsenal is a better prospect right now than Chelsea is on paper.
Blue Eyes. I get that people hate him. Some fans hate him, and some fans love him. But I appreciate him. He hasn't given us no reason for appreciation. Yeah? I get some the hate he gets is overboard. But let's not act as if this guy for the past 2 years has been
Kenny.
success story.
Okay.
No, but I think you still haven't answered my question. Like, do you actually think that you're gonna get 70 million for Mount?
I think we get
70
more.
million pounds.
I think we get more. I think we get
more.
Who's gonna pay 70 million?
J2 is your club. He thinks he knows your club.
No, my club's pulling out.
We talk to our people. You feel me?
Let me even tell you something more. Let me ask Casey a question. Casey, Pedri or Mount, who's better?
Oh, Pedri, by far.
What has Pedri won?
A league.
Okay. What has Mount won?
A Champions League.
And what else? Keep going.
That's it.
No,
that's
it. That's it. Exactly. Keep going.
What else has he won?
Club World
Are you
Cup.
gonna say like Club World
Oh
Cup?
my god! Oh,
No, what do you mean? You see, Chris is
No,
a hater.
blue eyes, blue eyes, blue eyes. Nah, nah.
I could have said
Blue eyes,
Pedri.
blue eyes,
Pedri is just.
Blue eyes. Can I ask you a
Blue
quick?
eyes for me,
Ask you a question. Blue eyes. Wait, how do European club compete for the Club World Cup? What do you have to do to compete for the Club World Cup again?
You got to win Champions
You
League, my
gotta
brother.
win the
Exactly.
World
Nah,
Cup.
So what do you
nah,
mean? It's
no,
an important trophy.
no,
I told you, bro. These
blue
Barcelona,
eyes.
they just don't. They have an agenda against.
No, but blue eyes, blue eyes. You
And
can't.
rightfully so.
Let me read
Rightfully
the
so.
chat, though. Let me read the chat,
Go
guys.
ahead,
Hold on.
Abdullah. Sorry,
Yes,
go ahead.
every
SSB
done.
said,
The guy is so overhyped, bro.
guys,
Like he
SSB
plays
Bro, you
said,
read-
isn't
for
this
Euros.
You read too many.
He's always injured. He's always injured. You saw
Guys,
Tchouaméni did at the World Cup.
I'll read
Who
this.
Tchouaméni did
This
at the
two
World
of them.
Cup?
You guys
What
are
did
only
What?
Barcelona and Madrid fans
Nothing.
fighting each other. You guys are sick.
What did Tchouaméni
You
do?
guys are sick.
Flop.
You guys are sick. Relax, guys. Easy.
Ooh, he missed his penalty,
Like,
bro.
can you
He
pull up your
missed his
DMs?
penalty.
Yeah, he missed his
SSB
pen.
said,
No,
He missed his
Wilton.
pen, bro.
Tchouaméni missed his
Can you
pen.
pull up the DMs?
He
Can
missed
you
his
Just
pen.
like Rodrigo.
Him and come in vagina right away. They
Has
both
Pedri
missed their
played
pens.
Has Pedri even played in the Champions League final or World Cup final or Euro
Wilton and
final?
Casey,
What has
relax.
Tchouaméni hasn't played.
Let
Tchouaméni
me
hasn't
read
played
the
in
chat. People
Champions League final.
He played in the World
You
Cup
guys
final,
are
the biggest game in
Barcelona
the
Madrid
league,
fans.
right?
Relax yourself. Relax. Let me read the chat. Hold on.
Abdullah, please pull up the
SSB
DMs too, bro.
the same Miami where David Beckham hired his boy Phil Neville and the end of
No, but
It's vibes.
he's
It's vibes.
They sacked him. They sacked him.
Tata Martino's coming.
FB said if Blue Eyes if he let Harvard go, it's over for bully. He mean bully is clueless. Relax, FB, relax. Blue Eyes. SSB said Blue Eyes. Declan Rice was not good today. We're gonna get them.
He was
Stinky,
shit.
stinky,
He
stinky
was
player.
he stank up the
Stinky.
pitch today.
Rice come up the final. We'll get there.
Thank
Guys,
you.
we'll get there.
I mean, to be fair,
Amrabat.
who is he playing with? Who's Declan Rice playing with at
Guys,
Westham?
Amrabat
No, I'm
showed
sorry.
them-
I'm sorry, Wilton. Ballers ball. I'm sorry. Is that simple?
Yeah.
Ballers
Yeah.
just ball.
SSB
Is that
said,
simple?
guys, SSB said Paqueta is AC Milan reject look better than Declan Rice.
Yep,
Thank
yep.
you. That
Yep,
through ball.
yep,
That assist.
yep.
That assist. Ballers
Okay,
ball.
No,
Question.
That's simple.
FB said,
Why
Kima,
is
you keep
Thomas Tuchel going for
interrupting.
Declan Rice then?
Patient.
Okay. Thank you, FB.
Kima,
Thank you, FB. Thank you.
fans
Wilton,
are
Thomas
having a
Tuchel wants Rafinha also. His talent has
SSB, SSB said,
No, he's
where
not.
does
Never
Kai
seen
fit in
Fabrizio
Arsenal
ever
team?
tweeted
He's
about
not better than the attacking four of us now. Relax. Club World Cup, no
It's a big
stuff.
trophy. It's a very important trophy.
Used to
FB
be, not
At
anymore.
this point, Chelsea are downgrading with
Don't
every
be mad
ceiling.
because your
Relax.
club hasn't even been to a final since.
So, Mr. Vilton,
Abdullah, wait. Before we move on to the star boy, man, the man of the hour, pull up your DMs, bro. What I sent you about Messi. It's honestly crazy, bro. Look at the tickets price and everything, man. It's crazy.
Who's the star of the hour? Belenche.
Blue.
What?
Game, bro.
Is it Belenche that is the star of the hour?
Jude.
St. Jude. St. Jude.
Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes. Are you gonna go to that game, Blue Eyes?
Trust me, you don't want to know how I'm gonna go. If we get to, where's the fine? If we, I'm
on
thinking this
August.
game.
Game
is on
7
for-
is-
anyways, finish
Hold on,
football,
Vinton,
finish
is
football.
this at MetLife? Is this the MetLife one, right?
No. This is I think.
Yeah, this is
This is
MetLife.
new
Yeah.
grip.
No,
Yeah,
I
new
might go
grip
there.
ball,
I
yeah.
might actually go. Yeah.
There's
this
a way
is
I
Messi
can walk
first game.
around
This
this.
is gonna be Messi first game.
There's a
Yeah.
way I can do one or two things. It depends.
500? Oh, that's
There's a
too
way.
much, man. I'm sorry.
Bro, no.
Blue eyes,
There's
Blue eyes
a
don't
trick to it.
incriminate yourself on the
Both
street.
grass, so
There's a way I
I'd
can get
expect
in there.
nothing less
No.
from you.
There's a trick to it. Wait for like 2 days before the game.
People are not happy, guys. At this point, okay, said FB said everybody talking over each other.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
these
Casey.
guys,
Yeah,
one
Casey.
after
Thank you
another.
very
Lilton,
much,
man.
FB.
La
Thank
Liga.
you.
Thank you very much.
We're talking
This is
over
like
each
when
other. I
you
don't know where
back home,
this is
you go
coming
to
from.
you go to a flea market or you people talking.
Abdullahi, moderator.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Moderator, hello.
Yeah.
Moderator, put your foot down
Yes,
and
sir.
control this market.
I will control it. Don't worry.
Please.
guys, let's respect each other. Please, the people in the chat are not happy, guys.
Pull
One
up
after
the
the
other
other.
tweet, Abdullah. Pull up the other tweet, man.
So, Mr. Emi, me, I don't rate him. He's an overrated idiot. That's what I call him. I don't even rate him at all. But he got his move. 100 million to Real Madrid.
What?
Emi.
Wait, Abdullah. Wait, what? What'd you say about Bellingham, bro?
That's
Oh,
my
what an
opinion.
idiot.
That is my opinion.
Bro,
That's my opinion.
you're right, bro. This entire
The most
podcast is
overrated, useless
gender merchant,
You
bro.
so shit, man.
overrated, useless
It's
English
sad,
player.
bro. I don't get it, bro. Wait, Abdullah, can I ask you a question? If his name was
Milton, let me
Alejandro.
finish.
Wait, Abdullah, if
The
his name
most
was Alejandro,
overrated,
you trade him.
useless English player for me.
Exactly.
That's my opinion. I don't rate him.
Abdullah.
Ogayemi, Jude Bellingham to Real Madrid.
Wait, I'm not that should be talking. It's from my club, bro. Wallahi, bro. What is this?
Yeah, let Wilton go.
Abdullah, can I
Wilton
before
go.
I get going on Bellingham, Abdullah, if his name was Baliano, would you have rated him?
Anything about English player apart from Harry Kane, all of them are bang average.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Bang
John
average.
Stones is good. No, Abdullah. John Stones is very good. Don't do that.
Bang average. But continue.
The signing of Jude Bellingham,
yes,
bro.
I
King,
like
bro.
Harry
Best young midfielder in the world, in my personal opinion, man. Like
What?
Bellingham.
Excuse me?
What?
You are smoking something, man. Excuse me?
No, please let me midfielders that are better than him. Young
Enzo Fernandez. Enzo showed him never.
Camavinga's better than him.
Because Enzo played one World Cup is better.
No, they played against each other, bro.
This is what we're doing because they won the World Cup. He's better.
Yeah, let him speak.
I'm like,
let him speak.
Oh, this plane is ugly, man. I don't want to land.
Don't worry. Guys, if you guys have talking like that, please let the people in the fans are listening, please give them the audience, please, one after the other. Madrid fans, Mr. Vilton, talk. Please don't interrupt. Let him speak. Don't interrupt him, please.
Well, I'm gonna say about Bellingham, right?
It's called mute your mic. Just mute. If you look,
I'll meet them. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I'll meet all of them. Go ahead.
Bellingham for me, man. This signing, bro. Wallahi, bro. I didn't think it was gonna happen, bro. Oh man, this like getting Bellingham, like Blue Eyes was saying earlier, it's just gonna expand the viewership of Real Madrid. We signing an English player. Now people in the UK like Blue Eyes or Kenny or Emmy or Abdul might tune in to watch Bellingham, this guy, young product from England, going to Real Madrid. He could have went to City or even Liverpool, but he's going abroad again because that's what I like about Bellingham. He's not the typical English guy, right? So he doesn't mind playing abroad. And the fact that he's going to the biggest club in the world for $100 million. So you know there's going to be pressure that comes with playing for Los Blancos. And the fact that he's playing for my club, bro. Oh my God, bro. I can't believe it. This is probably the signing of the summer. Obviously, if you're going to say Messi, Benzema, and stuff like that. But I'm talking about in Europe. And Europe signing so far is still signing of the summer because this signing is gonna raise the ceiling like of our offensive price even higher, bro. Because I really believe that Bellingham's gonna play as a high interfere right side, like in a pivot with Cruz, with Schumann and Camavinga, because that's why he's gonna be there. And also, don't forget we signing Frank Garcia as a left back. So he's coming back from Real Vallecano. So we're gonna sign this guy. He's coming in, and Camavinga is finally gonna play his right position, and you're gonna have Vinicius Jr. as an inside attacker, bro. Honestly, this Real Madrid team next season, if we get maybe Kane, I don't know who we get as a striker, it most likely gonna be Hostel if I'm being realistic. We could potentially score 100+ goals this season in La Liga this season because this team is gonna be so dynamic and so much fun to watch, bro. You have Bellingham, you have Camavinga, you have Vinicius Jr., you have Rodrigo, you have Valverde, you have Tchouaméni. I know people tend to say, "Oh, he was bad," but let's be pre-World Cup. Tchouaméni was amazing. It just I don't know what happened after the World Cup. Valverde was even bad too after the World Cup. Everybody level went down after the World Cup, apart from Vinicius and Rodrigo, who kept their level, and Militao, of course, Courtois. But pretty much everybody else on the team level dropped after the World Cup. I don't know what it was about. But me, the only thing I'm worried about is with the whole Rodrigo thing because Bellingham's gonna occupy the spaces that Rodrigo tends to play into. So I'm curious to see how's that gonna work out because if you look at Bellingham, right, his profile says CM, but he's not really a CM though. He just loves going forward, and he's just that type of player that excites you to watch the game. So if any Barca stupid cooler fan in the comment chat or even in the panel hating on Bellingham, you're just a hater. And Abdullah, I don't know what Bellingham has done to you. The guy is a humble guy, and you say he's 100 idiot, bro. Like, how is he an idiot? What has Bellingham done?
He's an idiot.
How is he an idiot?
No.
He's an idiot because to go into Real Madrid. How is he an idiot?
Let him finish.
Like, I don't understand. I don't understand this criticism of English player. Just because you're from England, don't mean you're a bad player, bro. Like, I don't understand this thing. It like I said, if his name was Balignano, El Nino, all that, you guys would say, wow, what a signing. But because his name is Jude Bellingham from England, playing for Borussia Dortmund, he's an idiot. He's this and that. But me, I'm just excited to see what Ancelotti's gonna do. Personally, I wanted Ancelotti sack after the Man City game. I don't know why he's still at my club, wallahi, because I think this is a new revolution. So I believe that the coach should go to. I think we should get a new coach in just because it's gonna be different. Phase Benzema is leaving, Modric and Kroos are leaving next season. So I mean, it's a new era. So I love it. Carlo is one of my favorite coach ever. But I just think it was time for him to go. But Perez obviously saw differently. I mean, the summer's still young, but I believe he's gonna stay. But the only thing I'm worried about for next season is that what's Valverde role is gonna be? Is Valverde gonna turn into a right back? Is he gonna play as a CM? Is he gonna play as a DM? Because realistically, personally, I would love for Valverde to play as a right back because if Valverde stayed as a midfielder, I don't see how he gets into the team because you're gonna have Toni Kroos there, you're gonna have Modric there, obviously Camavinga, Chouameni, Bellingham himself. So I'm very and especially if Dennis Ceballos is a rotational player, but so it doesn't really matter about him. But if Valverde doesn't really play as a right back, I don't see how he gets into the team unless he's gonna play the right winger position again, and Rodrigo is gonna play as a center forward, like Abdul suggested earlier. Then obviously Vinny on the left. So I'm excited about this signing, man. This signing is gonna bring some of the UK fans to watch Real Madrid more, like to see what Bellingham is doing over there. Especially if Bellingham, if this signing does well, which I think it's gonna do well, bro. It might open the gatehouse for English player because English player tends to have a bad rep in Spanish football that they don't tend to do well. I mean, David Beckham did well for us. He's like his first season when we signed David Beckham, that 2006 2007 La Liga. He was amazing. He was one of the best players. But I don't know why people have this agenda against English players that they are trash. Not all English players are garbage. Steve McMahon was a decent signing for Real Madrid too. He wasn't bad. The only English player I can think of off my head that flopped very badly for us that I saw. Remember, I'm not that old. Was probably Michael
Jonathan
Owen.
Woodgate.
Yeah, but
No, Jonathan Woodgate.
Michael Owen.
No, Jonathan Woodgate.
See, I'm not that old, but Michael Owen was
no.
the guy.
Jonathan Woodgate joined in the early 2000s, right?
Yeah, no, Jonathan Woodgate he joined later than Beckham actually. And
Abdullah, can you respond to Wilton though?
Wait, before you respond, Abdullah, can you pull up my thing, please?
Sure, but Victor, before I I get what
this
you
is
said.
like David Beckham all over again, man.
Victor, I know the Kool-Aid you are giving all of us, and I'm not gonna drink that Kool-Aid. Me, I didn't read any English player bar and I'm keeping my eye on John Stones. See, you see this Bellingham for me. It's like I call it hot water. It goes off and off. It's like hot water. Today it might go hot, tomorrow it might go down. So this man here is an overrated idiot. That's what I call him. I don't rate at all.
Yep, thank you.
That's not,
oh my
I do not
he's an idiot though. You're right. Bro,
let me ask Wilton a question. Wilton,
what did Bellingham do to you guys, bro?
Wait, is Bellingham better than Valverde?
Valverde? I mean, it's two different positions though.
No, they're both eights, right?
They're very similar.
They're both eights.
They're very similar. But look at look at Bellingham progresses like progressive passes compared to Valverde. Way too different.
Progress. What does that mean now?
No. I'm just there's a warning for you guys. Don't look progressive passes from Bundesliga.
Ranked in 91 percentile
Thank
for
you,
progressive passes.
It's a very open league. Very open league.
I'm just progressive passes is just space in front of you that you run to.
Because the reason why I think I'll say this. I think Valverde is more versatile because he's in the position that he can play, right? He can play as
Valverde is a better technical footballer than Bellingham.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Let's put it that way.
But that's a different topic.
He's more versatile.
That is Cam Gallagher, in my opinion. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yo, Valverde? No, stop. No.
The guy just runs, man. He without his lungs, he's nothing.
No, that's not true.
No, guys, let them.
Valverde, come on. Valverde provided the assist in the finals last year, though.
I'm just
the assist, right? Yeah.
No.
Come on.
That wasn't an assist.
You're making a mistake,
shot.
Emmy.
Yeah, that was short. Yeah.
Emmy, you're making a mistake. It's like saying who is better between what's the Welsh winger?
Bill.
It's like saying who's better between Bale and Kroos. They are two different kind of players.
I
Fair
don't
enough.
think so. I
What
think
was
that's
sorry? What's Valverde? What was his best position?
Right wing.
Naturally,
Right wing.
Valverde.
Right winger.
He's
Yeah,
not
He's
a
not
right.
a
winger.
right.
Though.
He's not a right winger.
No.
He's
No,
not.
no, but that's his best
That's to explain
position.
itself.
Yeah,
Bro.
That's where
he has played the
that's where he's
best.
played the best at
Yeah.
Madrid.
No,
Yeah,
that
that's right.
no. Remember, every time he plays that right wing, he actually comes back into midfield to help win the ball. The reason
Yeah, but
why
that's the
wait,
point.
hold on. The reason wait, hold on. The reason why Valverde plays on that, can I see? The reason why Valverde plays, plays, it looks like he's playing on that right wing, or when they drop the formation, he's playing there, is because of Cruz and Modric, right? And they can't bench those two guys, right? If there was no, he's not.
No,
right
it's not.
winger.
It's not right wing. It's not. I don't know why people.
No, yeah.
always say that.
No.
He's
best
he's
position.
a right. He's a right
If you
center midfielder, right?
Yeah,
I think
if you want to
so.
look at Valverde best position, go rewatch that Chelsea Madrid game, the second leg. That's his best position. That position he played in that game, and he I'm pretty sure he was man of the match that game. That's his best position, not right winger. The reason why he did so at right winger last season, because it was just a whole different thing. Like nobody saw Carlo because Carlo had to play him as a right winger last season. It was not gonna happen because Modric and Cruz and Casemiro were consistent starters. So there's no way Valverde was gonna start midfield. So he had to play as a right winger last season.
Exactly.
No, wait, Vilton, have a question. Which midfield?
I want everybody to rest, but I'll come back to Vilton when it comes to people asking him a question. I want everybody to talk about.
But I want Emmy thoughts on the signing of Bellingham, though. I want to hear his thought.
Jude Bellingham. I'll come to Emmy. Jude Bellingham to Madrid is the done deal.
Please don't hate Blue Eyes.
You mean Belenche?
Belenche, yes, sir.
You can't hate on him. Relax.
No, I'm not hating. Listen.
Let him talk.
I was forced to start watching Bellingham's game right at the cusp of the World Cup, before and during and after. And I can see why Real Madrid went for this guy. The question I have for Vilton is: was this Ancelotti's subscription or Real's subscription?
Real's subscription for sure. Ancelotti's gone next season.
Okay. So I can see why Real Madrid went for this guy. Physicality and soft feet is money. It's cash. He just needs coaching. He has the feet, but he's not there yet. You understand? He still has his training wheels on. But he just needs that coach that will take the training. If we can take those training wheels off at Real Madrid, I think if Kia's not taking, he might be the heir to Modric. I know that's a controversial statement. I know. I'm out of my mind. Hold on. And I'll tell you why. I don't like using physicality as a quality, right? But if this boy can bring all those aspects into one weapon, physicality, he already has speed, he has an eye for goal, he has size. This boy is what, 6'4", 6'2"? How tall is he?
I think he's like 6'1" or 6'2".
Oh, he's taller than that, man. He's taller than Declan Rice.
Yeah, he is.
He's 5'11". He's 5'11".
I think
He's 5'11".
Are you sure?
Oh.
Yeah. I just looked it up. He's 5'11".
Blue Eyes.
He's not even 6'.
Blue Eyes, and I also believe he's gonna bring that mentality to England for the Euro in 2024.
What mentality?
Hold on. Let me just finish.
What mentality? Again. The same that Chomani brought or Rodrigo was?
No, hold on, guys. Hold on. Yeah, really quick. I think this is a fantastic signing on Real Madrid's part. I'm telling you, this is a fantastic signing.
Yeah, Blue Eyes, you're right. He's 6'1". He's 6'1".
This boy he has 6'1".
I said 6'1". Man said it was like 6'2".
But
anyways,
remember when you put on cleats, you become 6'3", depending on the cleats. So this boy he's a presence already.
You're adding 2 inches with football.
No, Kenny, you have to allow Blue Eyes. He's a British colonial at heart.
Bellingham to Madrid. It's a done
Go
deal.
ahead.
So Blue Eye, you think he's a good player? You don't think he's a trash player?
Bellingham to Madrid though. So
But hold on, I want to say something to Vilton before Emmy goes in. Vilton, I'm very surprised that all of a sudden English players are your favorite because you guys spent there. Okay.
I don't
Okay.
understand
They've
you.
always been my
Blue
favorite
Eyes.
player. The likes
Yeah,
of
right.
Of course, yeah, of course,
Bellingham,
of course,
I've always liked English
wow.
players, bro.
of
I've always.
No
course.
comment. No
But
comment.
Blue, I'm telling you
Absolute
right now,
bumps.
Blue, I'm telling you right now, the England's gonna win the Euro next summer. I'm telling you this right now,
Oh,
bro.
stop
They are not
it!
winning that
Yeah,
Stop
Euro.
you
it!
also said Brazil are going to win
Is
the
it
World
because
Cup,
of
right?
Bellingham? It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie.
He's coming home. He's coming home.
That shall not be available. I pray for that. Don't worry. It's not gonna happen.
In
Emmy,
2026, Blue Eye, they're gonna make the
Bellingham,
final, but they're gonna lose in the World Cup final against Brazil, though.
they won't
Of
win
course,
it.
yeah.
Is it because of Bellingham? I don't care if Bellingham signing for Madrid or Nasarawa United. They're not winning shit. Emmy
Abdullah,
talk.
To think about it, that Bellingham 2 years ago or 3 years ago, he was playing at Birmingham, Birmingham Football Club in England, right? They bought this guy. Dortmund moved him over. I think 2 seasons ago, he has played just 2 seasons in senior football, and Madrid believes he's worth 100 million euros. I don't want to hear if something happens to this guy, hey, they better put insurance on that money. Anyway, Jude Bellingham is a good footballer. The only thing, he's a very good footballer. He has a high ceiling for sure. Good IQ, like he doesn't really play like your typical English player, and but yeah, I don't know if I don't like to price tags are always it's always this is all inflated. But the guy as a player, I'm just wondering what he brings different in this Madrid team. That's why I'm trying to kind of put what's his unique skill set that this kid will bring because that they don't have currently. They have Trameni, they have Kamavinga, they have Valverde. I believe those three. I thought those three would be the future, right? But what I'm hearing now is, they brought in a fourth player, which is fine. Always good to have competition. Sorry, I'm outside though. Good to have competition, but it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be. I think he will be a good player because he's gonna be well coached, like Wilton said, or like Blue Eye said. This kid, if he's well coached, if Ancelotti can teach him how to run those inside channels in between the lines, right? How to position himself in the half spaces, when the ball is out wide and use his speed to actually drive at the center half. I think he'll be a good buy. I also think, but one thing is true, right? Jude Bellingham, let me just tell Wilson this. Jude Bellingham is not the player that wins you guys the Champions League again, right? Definitely you guys need to add to that because the difference between you guys and Man City was a lot this year compared to last year, right?
Of course, for sure.
Jude Bellingham might close the gap just a little, but Jude Bellingham is not KDB, right? He's not even KDB yet, nothing close, right?
Of course,
So
we need a striker, we need a right back, we need a left back. Like we're not there yet.
Exactly. So it's gonna be interesting what Madrid does this summer because I'm thinking they're kind of rebuilding their team. But how much will they spend? People are saying this summer is gonna be like 2009 summer when they bought Benzema, Ronaldo, and Kaká. It's gonna be interesting.
I doubt it. I think we signed two more players. I think we signed two more players.
I don't know where those two players are coming. One of those players is Havertz, right? Maybe.
I don't think we. Fabrizio pretty much said the deal collapsed, so I don't think we're gonna sign him anymore.
Fabrizio confirmed that the deal collapsed. Why?
Not collapsed.
Yeah,
but
because
something weird like that. You guys are asking for a lot of money.
Yeah, we're asking for too much money. Yeah.
That's why I don't understand. Like, what is wrong with Dortmund?
Because
no, but look,
how
100
many
million,
more
sorry,
years
100
does he have
million,
left
don't
on his
talk
contract? How many more years does he have left on his contract?
So SSB said, so is Kamavinga going to play right back permanently now? How is Madrid Musa going to be? Going to look, I think either Kamavinga or Valverde.
He's left foot, so he's not going to be playing right back.
He's a left back. He's a left back.
SSB also
not a
said
left back,
the English viewership didn't transfer over when Sancho and Jude were in Dortmund.
Yeah, like, no one's watching him.
No one cares about that. This is a myth.
No one cares.
No comments. Everybody said Bellingham is Italian, but if Ancelotti is your coach next season, it might not work. We'll see. Ancelotti is a godfather, though. I think he will find a way to coach Bellingham. SSB said Vilton, be honest, does Real Madrid how Real Madrid signing Jude put Madrid closer to winning the UCL or La Liga?
Yeah, I
don't
think it
see
does
it.
because don't forget last season we got to the Champions League semifinal and we lost to Manchester City. We got destroyed by them. Yeah, I mean, obviously Bellingham is not enough to win the Champions League. We need like a couple.
SSB said McAllister or Jude Bellingham. SSB, you are
Bellingham,
sick here.
Bellingham, bro.
Stop.
McAllister.
Shut your
McAllister.
filthy mouth, bro. McAllister, the guy.
One
you
guy
are
has a
See, this is
one
this
guy.
is what
Okay,
I'm talking
okay.
about. Blue Eyes
Hey,
was
respect,
right.
It's
My
respect.
God.
Hey,
Blue Eyes
stop.
was right,
You
bro.
guys stop.
Because the guy had one
Respect.
good World Cup run, bro.
So
Let's
what?
talk
So
about
what?
that.
Okay, no.
Was he even a starter?
Abdullah, can I
Was
speak on?
even a
No.
starter? Was he even a
Yes,
starter?
he was.
Respect.
Yes, he was.
Oh
Yes, he was.
God, bro.
Abdullah, can I rip apart this plot though?
SSB said Valverde is a no
Oh
comment.
God.
Thank you.
More like
Thank you.
Conor Gallagher, but yeah.
Actually, wait. Actually, he's the final form Gallagher. That's the truth. He's final
Yeah,
form
he's
Gallagher.
Conor
That's
Stop.
the
Just
truth.
stop,
Okay,
bro.
guys.
Long
Just
shot.
stop, Keyman. You're
Abdullah.
embarrassing
Hey,
yourself, bro. Just
Let
stop.
Casey
Abdullah, can I
talk,
speak on?
Casey Prime.
Come, you guys are
Okay.
becoming ridiculous, man. You guys are
Guys,
becoming ridiculous.
we have to. Here's the thing with Bellingham, right? So there's a club in Germany that is running a scam center. So what they do is they buy these young English players at like 2 million, 3 million, and they sell them for like, and because they perform. The thing is, he didn't perform well in Bundesliga. I've watched almost every game.
It's money
Like,
laundering, money laundering.
yeah,
They're
and
laundering
then they
money.
sell like 100 million because okay, let's be. He looks good. He looks good. That's why he's so costly. That's the only reason. And Perez has a thing like, this is bro.
Oh, what do
Beckham
you mean by
was
he looks good?
Yeah, bro. Whether you
But
like it,
no,
Instagram
players,
pictures, modeling,
yeah,
He
those
looks
things.
good.
Bro, Beckham.
yeah, it's
What do
the
you think
reason why they didn't sign
Beckham was good at?
Ronaldinho.
Bro,
Are you trying to say?
Beckham was an amazing signing for us. What are you talking about, Casey?
Yeah, Beckham was bought because he looked good. Like it's simple as that.
No, but he
Now,
was a good
oh,
signing.
Wilton, let me.
He was,
Wilton, I didn't interrupt you.
he
Come
was
on, let me.
he was La Liga Player of the Season.
Let's
when
be
we
talk.
signed him.
Oh,
Let's
What's
get
with Real Madrid and underwear models?
Kenny,
What is wrong with this guy,
with,
KC, bro?
with Madrid, right? With
Kenny,
Madrid,
Kenny.
their best players. Their best players, like barring Cristiano and I think Bale, their best players always.
Can you ask that question again?
Well, what do you mean by what he looks like?
Okay, whatever.
Was Haaland a bad signing too? Was Gundogan a bad signing?
Jesus Christ.
Like you making it seem like Dortmund only sell
Casey,
bums.
Oh my.
talk about him. Casey, talk about him.
Yeah, no. See, Haaland actually scored a lot of goals. Gundogan, I think he reached the Champions League final. I think he also won the league with
What
Klopp.
about Aubameyang? Was Aubameyang a bad signing too for Arsenal?
Aubameyang was competing with Lewandowski for goals. So yeah,
and those
it was
are
a
all
good
strikers. I'm trying
Here's
to
the
think
thing,
of
but
midfielders.
Bellingham
Was
Bellingham
KDB a
has
bad
that.
signing for City too?
That's
Wilton,
from
let him
that's
talk
from
about
Wolfsburg.
that
That's from
Omari
Wolfsburg,
Pop.
yeah.
Let him
And
talk. Go
Bellingham,
ahead,
here's the thing. Bellingham hasn't done anything for this Dortmund team. That's the weird part. Like he has done nothing.
Bro. He
Bro,
was like
at least
he was
here's the thing. Filter, let me speak, man. Come on.
Let him speak.
This guy has done absolutely nothing.
pushing agenda, bro.
And then Abdullah, you saw him against Enzo and Abdullah. Ruben Loftus-Cheek was better than him.
Pull up my picture.
When you played Dortmund, to be honest, Abdullah, who was better, Loftus-Cheek or Bellingham in that game?
I am Matanga. I
am Matanga was so much better.
This is the thing. This is a sick. This guy, man, like, okay, again, like he's young. Maybe he can improve afterwards. But like as of now, he's. Bro, no. This, you know what he does? He actually, I've seen this guy.
Casey, can I ask you a question? Who won Player of the Season in Bundesliga this year?
I don't care about this.
Oh, see what I mean? You see what I mean? He's such an aggressive person, bro.
No, I don't care.
For Bundesliga is Kunku. It's not Bellingham.
No, it's Bellingham.
Bellingham won
Bellingham.
Player of the Season.
Kunku won
guys,
best striker.
Injured the entire season.
And Kunku should have won. And Kunku should have won.
Kunku should have won even though he was injured for like 3-4. See this guy's a hater. You see what I mean?
He scored the most goals. Come on.
That guy
he was
is
injured for 3-4 months of the season.
My entire life.
Bellingham was also injured.
No, but Bellingham is the reason why Dortmund even had a chance to win the
No,
Bundesliga.
No, it was Brandt.
You saw it. You saw it. Can I ask you a question? Did Bellingham play on the last day of the Bundesliga? What happened to Dortmund? They collapsed.
He didn't play in the second last of the game.
He
didn't play the second last game.
No, what happened on the last day?
But he didn't play in the second last game.
They collapsed.
But he didn't play.
They collapsed. We saw they needed Bellingham in that game.
No, they missed Brandt. If you want to be honest,
I'm literally just sick with you talking about Bellingham because you do not rate English player So right now, I'm confused about your Bellingham love and admiration and adoration. I'm
No,
confused.
Abdullah, I don't rate certain English
What's
players,
going on?
but the likes of David Beckham, Steve McMahon, I like those players. They were a good signing for us.
Basically,
They weren't
if you're
bad.
English and you played for Real Madrid, you rate you. You know what I'm saying? You have to back the team. Like, what do you expect?
But no, listen. It's not like the English players are shit. Like there are a lot of good English players. I don't know why you don't rate John Stone, but John Stone's
No,
and
Johnston's an
Harry
amazing
Kane.
center back.
Yeah.
Amazing center
No,
back.
Harry Kane, John Stone, they are pretty good English
Nah,
players.
Harry Kane, not for me.
Madison's decent.
Harry
Kane is
Harry
decent
Kane
for you. You are sick in the head, Victor. You are
What has
very,
he
very
done?
sick.
What has he done?
Saka is
What has
okay.
Harry
Saka
Kane
is
done?
also
What has
decent.
Harry Kane done?
What has Bellingham done?
What has Bellingham done? What has he done?
Bellingham has won a DFL poker. What has Harry Kane won? Can you
Oh my
The
God.
DFL
What
poker.
has Harry
Oh
Kane
my
won?
god.
What has Harry
Oh
Kane
my
won?
God.
Like
Let's
the
put the trophy on
shamelessness,
the
the
table.
shamelessness.
No,
Yo,
what has he
res-
won? Let's put the
respect,
trophy on the table.
Res-
What has Harry Kane
respect
won?
the Audi Cup, man.
No, what has
Yeah.
Harry Kane
Audi
won?
Cup, Audi Cup,
That's
Audi
a
Cup, Audi
preseason
Cup.
trophy.
You
That's a
are
preseason
very-
trophy. Bellingham
No,
won the FA
here's the
Cup.
thing.
Bellingham won the FA
Wilton,
Cup equivalent in Germany.
Wilton,
He won the FA Cup.
when
What has Harry Kane won?
if and when Harry Kane joins you, right, you're gonna change your tone. I can guarantee
What do you
everyone
mean?
here.
What do you mean?
This guy's gonna change this tone.
Like,
Yes,
I don't
based
get
on
this
the-
agenda against Bellingham. Like, you guys just hate English players.
Kenny,
I
to
see
Bellingham,
what
to
Blue Eyes
Madrid.
mean, bro. This panel
That-
has an amazing agenda against
Kenny,
English. I don't know what it is.
Blue Eyes rates
I
Lampard as a
don't know.
manager. I don't think he can.
Thank you, Casey. Thank you. Exactly.
No, he's a decent player. I quite agree. I think you guys are going too far with the disrespect.
No, man, Kenny, I'm sorry.
There's a player there. The guy's only like 19 as well. So the guy is at with the players at 19, and you can see they can still progress in his game. So I get why they paid that type of money. Obviously, it's not his fault, but that's the going rate nowadays for a youngster that's highly tired the way he is. You have to pay that kind of money. So I'm not surprised about it. But yeah, no, he's a very good player. The guy he's quite physical. He has how do you call it? He's decent on the ball. From what I've seen this year, it's been a bit more. He's been better in the attacking phase of the game this season. So yeah, I think he does have it does have a certain dimension to the Real Madrid midfield, because realistically, the midfield hasn't been the best. Like when it comes to like goal scoring, like consistency. Like Modric can score a goal there and there, but it's not really.
Yeah, Valverde
even
is
the
the only one
pros
that's
there.
been scoring goals, like
Yeah.
bangers goals.
No, fair
So
enough.
so yeah, he has that to the midfield. No, I think he's a very good player. I don't know why people get and like
Yeah, like I don't listen to bums like Casey. Coolest fan.
he does have he does have deficiencies in his game, yeah, but the guy is not going to be the guy is not going there to be like a controller. But he has different characteristics. That's not what his game is going to. Just because he might not be the best on the ball and all that stuff doesn't mean that he's not good.
Exactly.
Okay, Kenny, what is it like cameras covered, cries made? Like
Yeah,
what is this game?
oh, bro, yeah, you're right. No. Keep it. This is what this guy.
Bellingham to Madrid, your take.
Abdullah, let me be honest with you. Huh? When I see Bellingham, I'm going to be honest with you. When I see Bellingham, I just see a pastor trying to convince me he can do miracles. That's what I see.
See, Abdullah, you see what you done?
No, let's be honest. Let's be
You see
honest.
what I'm
Guys,
talking
listen,
about,
football
bro.
is not something. Wait, Wilton, let me speak.
God.
Football is not something complicated, right? You just watch it. When you bring in stats and XG, I don't do that nonsense. When I look at Bellingham play, I get confused. I say, my God, the British passport is powerful. That's all it is. That's all it is.
No, true, man. You're going too far, man.
No,
Keyman, you know, the same thing happened when I saw Rice today. Bro,
yeah.
If this guy goes for 100 million, right? Oh my God.
Casey, listen. My agenda against Rice, not even agenda, that like my eyes were opened when he faced America, when he faced the US in the World Cup. How do you lose to Leeds midfield? How do you get bullied by Leeds midfield?
He lost to Tyler Adams.
Tyler Adams, McKennie. Who the hell is McKennie? A dude called McKennie. Listen, British players are useless. I swear to God, they're useless. The only one I rate is Kane. The only one I rate is Kane.
Wait.
Johnston. Respect Johnston.
And Johnston, yeah, Johnston, by the way. That's a good shout.
Keyman, you keep on hating on English player. Who gave the assist to Kai Havertz again in the Champions League final for you?
A dog. A dog.
You
For
are
you to
sick
win
here.
it.
Kiman,
For
don't
you to win
respond.
it.
Kiman, don't respond.
Can you give me the
Kiman,
name? Can you tell me the
A
player
dog.
who
Keyman,
passed the
Keyman,
ball?
Don't respond.
Keyman,
Kiman,
please.
don't
Keyman.
respond.
Can you
That's the
tell me
guy.
the player name?
Don't
Please.
respond. Keyman,
Huh?
don't respond.
What?
Don't
Can you tell
respond.
me the
Kiman,
player
don't
who gave
respond.
the
Move
pass
on,
to
move on,
Kai
move on.
Havertz to score
Edison.
the goal in the Champions
Edison.
League final?
Kiman,
Edison.
Edison.
See, this
The
is what I
ball
mean.
bounced off his
I
hand.
don't get you
Edison.
ungrateful bums, bro. I hope Chelsea have a
No,
better
listen,
bad
man.
season, bro.
Wilton, the only reason why you're defending him is because he's a Real player. Otherwise,
No,
he's a
I'm not
dog.
defending
Let's
him
be
because
honest.
he's a Real Madrid player. He's a legendary player, bro. You see
Wilton,
what he did
when you
this
watch
season and
Bellingham,
win us
when you
league.
watch Bellingham, let's be honest.
Wait, you
No,
just
wait,
called
let me
Bellingham.
speak.
Wait, Wilton, what did you say?
He's a legendary player this season for
Oh my
Dortmund.
gosh.
How was he
Who?
legendary player of the season?
Oh
He was
my
player of the season. He was
My
the player of
God.
the season for
Man said
Dortmund.
legendary player.
No,
Jesus
not
Christ.
Am I speaking to Blue Eyes?
listen.
Blue
Not
Is this Blue Eyes?
not
Why don't
legendary.
do?
Wait. My bad.
Like, see what you have caused. Why don't do? What you
Not
busy?
in the way.
Hey,
Not legendary in the way where he's like on Pelé stuff like that. I'm talking about this
What do you
season.
think legendary means?
Wait,
that means
What did he do
That's
this season? What did he do this season? What did
He
he
was
win?
player of
Are
the
we
season.
talking about the same Bellingham
God.
award?
He single-handed.
My sins have come back to follow me. No problem.
What's sin, Blue Eyes? What's sin?
No, legendary player.
No.
I'm
Nuggets
sorry,
Nuggets are killing the Heat, man. Nuggets are killing the Heat. I understand.
Because I support. Anyways, we're not going down this rabbit hole.
No,
but
send me to Blue Eyes.
football.
I need to understand the joke.
No,
Like,
I support football. I don't care about the nationality.
Exactly.
Yeah,
No,
I
listen,
agree.
listen.
I agree.
Blue Eyes
Blue
rates
Eyes,
as
I
long as
agree,
your
but
skin is a bit lighter
people
and
like
you have
the
British
Blue
passport.
Studio, people like Casey,
That's all that
people
matters,
like
man. That's all
Keyman,
that matters.
they're all haters. The only people that give, the only
If
person that,
Gallagher had a first touch,
the only
Blue Eyes would
people
be
on
talking
here
right now.
that give their own really good like thing on Bellingham is
Hold on.
probably me and Abdul.
Exactly. No, but listen. Let me talk to what's his name.
Everybody's a hater,
Kiman.
man.
Kiman, you live in Europe, do you?
No, I don't know.
Oh, you don't. Oh, you don't live. Oh, I thought you live in. Okay.
No, I don't.
Second question. Tell me, in Jude Bellingham's age grade, name 3 better midfielders in world football now. Just don't think. Just name them right now. 3 better.
I don't know because I don't watch children.
No.
In his age, right? In his age grade, right?
In his age grade. No,
I really don't watch children. I'm sorry.
No. I'm asking Keyman so that Keyman name them off right now. One, who?
I can't. I just told you I can't because I don't even rate this guy.
Oh, exactly. You see, this is the reason why.
No, Blue Eyes. Take away his passport. Take away his passport.
See, why is nationality a thing?
Even if you take away,
because hold on, Milton, you have to admit that there is a English tax though.
No, there is.
Blue Eyes,
There is.
Blue Eyes,
They
you're
don't
right.
want to admit
I
it. That's
remember
the
Blue
funny
Eyes
thing. They
said
just
that.
don't want to.
If his name was Belliano, they always
Yeah,
be rating him.
Bellinho. That's why I called him Bellinho.
No, obviously, the English tax is rule. I think that is true. But no, just because the English tax is there doesn't mean that the guy is not a good player. Like, let's not go. The guy is 19. Like, the guy is 19.
Okay, whoa, hold on. I agree. No. Kenny, yeah. But what has he done? That's the question.
What do you mean? What has he done? The guy had like 16. The guy had 16
to go for 100 mil, right? You have to do something.
No. Wait. The guy had 6. The guy was 16 years old. Yeah, he moved from a championship team to Borussia Dortmund. He spent 2 years there. His second year, man was like the captain for most of the season. Like, and obviously he played well. He won Bundesliga Player of the Year. He had a good World Cup for his national team.
Jesus Christ.
Let's not act as if this guy
come on.
He had a good no. He had a good World Cup.
Come on. Tyler Adams pocketed him.
Oh
no, yes,
Wait, Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes watch England way more than us. Blue Eyes.
You guys, I'm not
was Bellingham bad at the World Cup to you? Was Bellingham bad at the World Cup?
This guy, we're gonna spend 2 hours on
this.
I
really enjoyed that game. Where's the game that he passed the ball to Anderson? What game was that?
Was it the
Senegal?
No, he had a good World Cup. Let's not act as if this guy he had a good World Cup.
If you enjoyed England beating Senegal, you're a sick man. I'm sorry.
Oh my please, God, quick, Abdul. Bellingham to Madrid, quick.
See, guys like Abdul and Blue Eyes, we just
Abdul, Jude Bellingham to Real Madrid.
To be honest, I don't have a problem. The only issue I disagree with is the pricing. It's too much. It's not 100 million.
Thank you.
Of course.
He's not 100
But
million. But
no players go
he,
for the price these days, though.
but guys, don't forget he's only 19. So, but he's not 100 million. I do not see the 100 million.
What's his worth, Abdul?
100 euros.
No. To me, he's still like 50 million, like half the price.
Yeah, for sure. But
like without English tax, without English tax.
No, but nowadays, even without nowadays, young talent they
We're
go
looking
for
at a
that
good like
type of
20
money.
million.
Abdul, can I ask you a question? When you watch football,
It
do
was
you
actually
care
worth
about
20 million.
the nationality of players, or you just watch football?
No. I mean, we're all conscious of nationality, but we don't watch nationality, but we're conscious of it. Like I've said on this program before, some players would not have the career they had if they were not Brazilians. Some players would not. Some players have the career they have just because they're not from the top league or top football nation.
But Abdul, I don't like how people. This is what I mean, man. I don't like how people like Casey, Keyman, and those and Abdullahi. They just because you're from England, you British, or you bad.
No, bro. I don't hold on. So Wilton, why do I rate Kane then?
Wilton, I have a question for you. If Kante was English, how hard would he be pushed in the media?
Kante?
Yeah,
I don't
if
know.
he was English,
I don't know. Does he get
if
pushed?
his name is Cantel.
But he's not from England though. I bet you get pushed a lot.
But the thing is that is his character.
That's actually a very good example, because if he wasn't French, Arsene Wenger would have signed him instead of him signing for Leicester. But Arsene Wenger did not want to. Arsene Wenger wanted to sign him, but he was not offering the wages Leicester were offering him. So he went to Leicester, and then from Leicester he came to Chelsea, obviously. So
I bet he get hyped a lot in the French media.
He's
not from England.
Of course he do.
But the thing is, I'm saying before he had a breakthrough, Arsene Wenger had heard of him, but Arsene Wenger, despite being French, overlooked him because probably he thought he has seen so many average players like that.
But to be fair, the English media doesn't even hype Jude Bellingham like that, honestly, because
they do.
No, they do.
They do.
He's been playing abroad,
but they do.
I remember they weren't hyping Jadon Sancho like that.
They were hyping. No, Wilton. About Jadon Sancho, I remember them comparing him to Messi when he was like 18, 19. I remember those days.
What are you talking about?
No, Casey, I get what Wilton is saying. They don't hype him like they hype Declan Rice or Mason Mount, but they do hype him.
Not Rice.
Not as much like Rice or Mason Mount.
Abdul, they do.
But let me tell you something, guys.
Not to that level.
Guys, let me tell you something. Yeah, let me tell you something. When I'm in Nigeria, right, and I'm watching the news, I'm drinking my beer, my Star, watching the news, and I flip the channel, right, and I want to watch sports. If you see the way Nigerian media hypes up our players that play abroad, it's not even funny.
No, but that's every media do that.
Every media does that.
Kenny, that's what I'm trying to say. Is the fact that it is criminal that your own national.
Who the hell laughed like an evil villain, cartoon villain? Who's that laughing like cartoon villain?
So I don't know where this whole narrow-mindedness of English media.
Okay. No. I can answer you. No, Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes. Which is the most like spoken language in the world?
English, I think.
And yes. And which is the most like English media is the most popular media in the world, right?
Yes.
What do you mean?
That's fair. English.
That's a good question. Are you saying media from the UK or just
English medium? I said English medium. English medium. So US, England, and yeah.
What I don't get that.
English medium. English medium.
English medium. What is
medium? English medium.
What is medium? What does medium?
I mean, like spoken English, language like when they speak English.
Okay, so
yeah, that is
medium means
so
channel.
When it comes to footballing,
means channel of transmission.
Yeah.
So if you put all everything together that broadcast in English, and you compare it to everything that doesn't broadcast is English, then the English should be more.
Of course. No, yes, that's true. Okay, keep
so
asking.
when the media and that medium hypes you, you're basically amplified your reach, and that's where the English text comes.
No, but it's only England that does. It's only England that.
Okay, but Kenny. So I live in America, right? Sorry, go on.
No problem. Go ahead, Casey.
Yeah, so I live in America, so I will like watch English media and all that. So of course, every American, more or less, when they hear about football, they think Premier League or at best like Barca or Real Madrid. So if English media is hyping up,
but listen,
right,
Casey, let me tell you something, Casey.
Yeah,
it's not a girl's fault that all the guys want her.
Oh yeah.
So no, because all the guys want her doesn't mean that she's overhyped.
Exactly, bro.
But why do they want her? Why do they want her?
Exactly. Why?
But blue eyes. Here's the issue, though. Where's the issue? What has England done actually to get
exactly? Why do they want her?
What have they done?
Hold on.
England,
Let me answer that.
They have Manchester United. They have Chelsea. They have big clubs.
Hold on. Let me answer that.
English players.
No.
What have they
done?
done?
Casey, you see the problem with your submission is because you're blinded. You're basing your submission. When I mean blinded, with all due respect, you're basing.
Yeah, go on. No problem. Go on.
Okay. You're basing your submission based on what England has done, forgetting about the individual pieces.
Facts.
The individual pieces. You understand? For example, Nigeria. I'm Nigerian. What has the Super Eagles done lately? Trust me.
They've won an AFCON.
Let me call them Superman.
But look at. So, am I going to use that platform? No, am I going to use that platform to persecute Osimhen?
No.
Am I
going to use that platform?
No. That's not fair. That's not fair, Blue Eyes. That's not fair. That's not a fair comparison. That's not a fair comparison. You're comparing Nigeria to England?
No, let him learn.
Bro.
Let him learn.
Go ahead. I'll go after you. Go.
No. Blue Eyes, go. He muted his mic.
Like I'm saying, whether it's a fair argument or not a fair argument, I'm just talking to Casey. Casey said, what has England done lately? And you're right. But let me answer that question. England actually almost went to the World Cup semis. England almost won the Euros. We're talking about the other day. It's not 10 years ago.
And they're the favorites to go to win it next year.
So for example, when I'm sitting with the guys drinking and I'm bragging about Osimhen, I'm bragging about Chukwueze, I'm bragging about I even brag about the Nigerians that are not even Nigerian on paper, the Ezes of the world, the Olises of the world. Saka is actually in Lagos right now. So again, I don't see why you're using the big picture based on England hasn't done anything to persecute their pieces. It's terrible.
No, I'm not persecuting. I'm telling you, there are good English players.
You are persecuting.
No.
Hold on. There are good English players. Hasn't even kicked the ball. You're already saying what has England done.
But hold on. But Blue Eyes, I watched him for Dortmund. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my goodness.
And I watched him for England.
But that's what you call. But you're being. It's a generalization. You're generalizing because you watch him at Dortmund and you're not happy with what he did with Dortmund. You're concluding that he's going to stay.
There's no point in this argument.
Whoa, hold on. So hold on.
No, so you don't. No, let me tell you something. You have a Real Madrid fan, and you have a loyal subject of the crown. There's no point in this. Believe me, you're not going to win.
Jesus Christ.
There's no point.
Just Bellingham to Madrid.
Please be fair, Jake Swift, man. Don't be like these clowns, man.
No. Jude Bellingham is overrated. He is overrated.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you.
No. If you see how much he's propped up in England, especially in Liverpool, because he looked like he was going to start football, it is every single day.
Oh my God.
You can be overrated or you can be overrated and a good player.
He's not this.
You can still be a good player and be overrated.
Yeah, he's overrated. He's a decent footballer, but he's not this world star amazing player.
Yeah,
there's a lot he needs to add to his game. He's definitely not over 100 million euros. He's like 60, 50 at best. He's what you'd pay Mount to be, basically.
No,
who's 100 million euros?
Take out English tax. How much is he?
Yeah, he's like 50 million.
Without English tax?
Yes.
Okay.
English tax is like 40 minimum.
Okay.
No, when you guys are saying that, are you guys? You know, when you guys, I think you guys are saying that, yeah, in the utopian market, yeah, maybe, but in the days we're living in right now,
You know, a lot of these
that's
guys
what.
play a lot of Monopoly. These guys play Monopoly
Yeah,
with, at home
like,
with family,
this is real
and they
life.
bring it to
Like,
Infinity.
like this, I swear, like.
Guys, SSB said, where does
Okay. I have a Bilton. I have a question for you. No, Bilton. Who is better? Bilton. Actually, Bilton and Blue Eyes. I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yeah,
Because I want to go to the last question.
Who's better? Enzo or Jude? Who's better?
Hold on. Let me read the chat. Case SSB said Casey is basically
Yeah.
Casey, I don't think you want my answer on that.
the Anglo's fair.
Oh my god.
Only Enzo had an English passport. If only he was born in the Falklands. If only.
So I want to go. Let me start with Abdul. I want to come to
Enzo
you.
wasn't even a starter at the World Cup, man.
Finally.
He was a starter. What are you talking? Bilton.
This guy, man, the agenda, man. Just leave him alone. And he accuses us.
But he was a starter, and he literally butchered that bum to a medal.
When did he start? When did he start?
In the final.
Did he start every single game at the World Cup?
Yo, Abdullah is trying to talk, man.
Hold on, guys. Let's round up with this one. Abdul, let me come to you. Finally, they finally won an European trophy. West Ham United. Declan Rice has won the trophy. And congratulations to West Ham, Antonio. And most importantly, I like him as a manager. Very, very good. But he wasn't given enough chance to prove himself. David Moyes. Very impressive with him. Abdul, your take. Europa Conference League. West Ham United winning. I'm back to the European League. Give me your take.
Yeah, I actually don't know how they won that game because it was all Florentina all the way. And after the game became a 1-1, I actually stopped watching the game. But the only thing I have to say is after I saw West Ham lift the trophy, is so now they know why Roma were so happy last season when they won the cup. Because either you like it or not, it's a significant European cup. And West Ham is now going to play in the Europa Cup next season. So you cannot underestimate or underrate winning this trophy from like somebody said, I think somebody was saying it when the game was on that there will be West Ham management will West Ham directors will be quite happy that they didn't sack David Moyes early on.
Yes.
Because with him they were able to now avoid relegation, won a trophy, and then they are playing Europa Cup next season. So I was quite it was an enjoyable game because I was focused on a few of the players. I think in the last stream, Emmy was saying we should pay attention or we should make comparison between Amrabat and Declan Rice. I'm sorry, Amrabat was the better player in that game, although I don't think he's strong enough. He fits the role he's playing, but I don't think he's physically that strong enough. Declan Rice, I didn't see Declan Rice. Rice dominated. Yeah, Rice was dominated by Amrabat. That's true. And I was also paying attention to Antonio. I don't know why people rate that kid in Brentford, and people don't make any noise about Antonio, because to me, I think Antonio makes more impact in a game than that guy. If Antonio was his name.
I've been told.
So, yeah, so it was a good game, but Florentina were just unlucky. So, and then congratulations to West Ham. I think with this, we can now say West Ham had a good season.
Fair enough. Not bad. Keyman, West Ham United winning Conference League, and most importantly, David Moyes finally winning a trophy. Finally.
Abdullah, listen, man. I still remember that time that's Alex he gave the job to Moyes, and I felt really bad for what happened because he was a good Everton manager. This is his redemption arc. And I love to see the British media try and come and claim this award as their own because their boy Lampard is shit. West Ham, you played a very disgusting game. It was very bad to watch, but you got it done. You got the win. That penalty, the handball, it's a handball. It's a bit harsh, but it is what it is. Jared Bowen, my God, this guy. A lot of people were thinking.
Talk about Paqueta. That pass from Paqueta. That pass.
Abdullah, that guy's a baller, man. He's a baller. This bomb.
How
This
come
bomb.
when Mason Mount did that pass to Kai Havertz, you didn't say he was a
Mute
baller?
your mic. Mute your mic,
man. Please keep quiet. I've never seen Mason Mount do that for West Ham. Now, where was I? Yeah, Paqueta, man. And then seeing this bomb Basmati Rice hold that trophy is pissing me off. But West Ham, guys, these guys, man. Arsenal is going to be very uncomfortable for you now. Very, very uncomfortable for you now. Spurs, you could have won this. You could have won this so easily. But my God, Amrabat, he played his ass off, man. That guy played really well. He bullied this midfield. I feel sorry for them, but hey, West Ham. And the funny thing is, if he didn't win this, I think he would have been sacked. You know that, right? If Moyes didn't win this final, he would have been sacked. And now I think there's a report coming that Bryce said in his interview he still has 2 years on his contract. A liar. I know he's going to leave, but my God, this is huge for them, man. This is huge. Anyone who tries to rain on their parade, you're just disgusting. And I'm sorry, man. I don't know how to explain your life, but big things for West Ham. Excellent win. You got your hands dirty. You showed them English football, humph and jump around. Classic fish and chips.
Kenny, West Ham, David Moyes finally winning an European trophy.
Yeah, no, it's obviously it's been over this. It's been over like more than 50 something years.
55 years. 55 years. 55 years.
Yeah, so no, he's done a great job because when he first came in, he saved them from relegation. He got sacked.
Then they went to Europa League semi-final and they lost. I think they lost.
Came back again. Yeah, they were last I think last 2 years they were like finishing like 7th and stuff like that. So last year they went to qualify in the Europa League, they couldn't make it, and this time they won the Conference League. Man, it's good for them. At least next year they qualified for the Europa League. Obviously, it was a bit
automatic qualification. Automatic.
Hey guys, could we see United, Arsenal, and Newcastle with Liverpool and West Ham in Europa?
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, man, just
long live the empire.
Moyes deserves it, man. I think that the career, his arc is quite funny. The way his career went from like the up and coming guy to the dead guy. Now he wins the league. Now, he's good for the guy, man. He's good for his first trophy. So just some of these fans, man. Some of these guys need to start. The stuff they were doing in the first half, man, they were being silly, really silly, just throwing the balls and all that stuff. But obviously, at the end of the day, man, they won. They did their thing, and it's good for them, man.
Get West Ham United winning the Europa Conference League, and most importantly, David Moyes.
Apparently, they have more wins in this competition than they did in the whole Premier League. I mean, just shows that's pretty amazing. I think Moyes deserves it. Like, he got sacked from Man United, then he went to Sociedad, got sacked from there. Then he got relegated with Sunderland. Then he finally found his ground with West Ham. Constantly getting, I think it was like 5th and 6th positions in the Premier League. Fell away this year. Almost got relegated at one point, and he's basically on the brink of the sack. And West Ham keep him in the job and go and win a trophy.
And J2S, his dad was there. His dad is like 84 years old. That is just beautiful for him, man. Beautiful. It's a lovely story.
I love how they say the British, like, only the Scottish managers win, not the English managers.
No. J2S, it's English, it's British when you win, Scottish when you lose.
Yeah, exactly. I think that Daniel was saying that earlier. Yeah, I mean, congratulations to West Ham. I mean, Declan Rice. I don't get why he was one that was propped up in this match. Like in all the interviews, like after on like BT Sport and stuff, because Paqueta, Bowen, and probably who else is probably one of the best? Paqueta, Bowen, and maybe Antonio were the best players on that pitch. Not Declan Rice. Declan Rice got dominated by the Moroccan Andrew Tate. Because I don't rate Amrabat. I don't think he's that good. But he got dominated by him in this final. It just shows what the English hype is. And if he goes for over 100 million, which looks like Arsenal are going to do, that's a waste of money.
Fair enough. Mr. Blue Eyes, West Ham United winning a Conference League, and most importantly, David Moyes finally winning the trophy. A redemption season for him after so many things he's gone through.
Absolutely. The way I want to go about this is that first of all, I want to start with Declan Rice.
Blue Eyes, I hear Tuchel wants him at Bayern Munich.
Kids out there, and all you narrow-minded English fans. Oh, I hope you guys are all listening.
Declan Rice is wanted by a terrorist.
No,
wow.
No. This is exactly how you do it.
Trying to bombard that midfield in Germany.
Declan Rice,
bro, let Blue Eyes slay.
Oh my goodness, man.
Let Blue Eyes talk. Blue Eyes, go ahead. Don't mind them.
Just Keyman. Who be these guys?
What is wrong with Keyman today, man? Jeez.
Go
ahead, Blue Eyes. Talk, man. Talk,
not
man.
him, man. Keyman, if you want to talk, man. Say something about this. I'm sure. It looks like you have something to say. You have a lot to say, Keyman. I can wait. I'm watching my game, man. I'm watching.
It's on commercial right now. Nah, bro, you gotta talk. It's on commercial right now. So
yeah, I know that. So again, like I was saying, I want to start with Declan Rice. Kids out there and the narrow-minded UK fans. That's how it's done. To judge Declan Rice just because of a 90-minute appearance in a finals where I thought he actually played very well is another narrow-minded approach. That's to show you how narrow-minded some of these
he didn't play very well, but I don't want to go into
Hold on, he didn't play well. That's for
he
you.
did not play well.
Listen, you know why? People will use one game just because they hate a guy. Give a dog a bad name.
He has been good this season, though. He's been good this
Hold
season.
on. If you look at the body of his work, it's been nothing but class. I don't care who you are. The body of this kid's work in the past 24 months, 2 seasons. I don't care who you are. I do not care who you are. That kid has been money, international and club side. And he's being rewarded for it, not because of this cup, but now he's going to a big club. I don't know what club it's going to be, but it's not going to be Chelsea. I can guarantee you that. So for those of you who think because he played 90 minutes and Amrabat bossed him, blah, 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 blah. Look at Enzo in the World Cup. Where is Enzo today? And these are the same people that will be saying Enzo is the best player in the world. Tell me Enzo that you can go and pay 200 million for. 200 million for Enzo is okay. How many good performances has he given you? How many good performances has Enzo given you since he came? But you won't
Blue Eyes true colors are showing.
It's my mic. It's my stage. If the moderator says I should stop, I stop.
Let him speak. Go ahead. It's his chance.
It's my chance.
It's my turn.
Thank you. It is my turn. And to West Ham. Listen, West Ham, there's a lot of our alumni that are West Ham. Zuma, Emerson, congratulations. And to David Moyes, somebody was saying, I think it was J2S, he was talking about his resume. You forgot about Everton. Yeah. David Moyes is almost
no, I'm talking about like his redemption, like from where he was at Everton to
okay. Yeah, exactly. It is a redemption story, absolutely. It is, but apart from the fact that he won something today, he's a class coach, in my opinion. I mean, he tried. So for Everton, congratulations. For Declan Rice, I hope you find I hope you find that big top side club. And I hope you stick a broom in these Chelsea fans and these UK fans that where is this hate coming from?
You know when I knew you know when I knew this guy was special? When he was released by Chelsea, right? In 2014. He won Young Player of the Year, I think like 3 times or 4 times, something like that. Yeah. Something like that. So the guy's a good player. I know he didn't play good. That's what I mean.
Unholy alliance between Madrid and Blue Eyes. I don't get it.
People like Kingman,
about
right?
This whole nonsense about Amrabat was actually average today. I thought he was average. I watched.
You know what? Blue eyes guys, you know what it
This
reminds
is
me
the
of?
same thing. These are the same people. Hold on. These are the same people. Who?
It will remind me of the first season. You know what it remind me of? I don't like to do it. I like Amrabat, but it did something today that I almost broke my TV. Kalodu
Of
Koulibaly
course.
X sliding on the floor.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and these are the same people that wanted us to go buy him after the World Cup.
So
Like, I
was like, can you just play your football
Because-
without sliding on the floor?
Yeah, because people like Keyman,
I don't
bro.
know. Listen,
They
guys,
just wait
let me-
on English player to play bad and talk bad
you
about
know what helps, guys? All these fans that are narrow-minded.
Milton, it's my lifeline.
Hold on.
I'm always there.
Like, you have to diversify your sports fandom.
Exactly.
Watch other sports, because you get to understand that you can't live in a silo. You can't just look at somebody in a silo.
You can't be in a bubble.
You can't be in a bubble. There's so much going around, man. So much happening outside the bubble. It's not all about. My goodness, how is it that Declan Rice is being persecuted when he hasn't even? When he hasn't. Listen,
I want to say, okay.
Yeah, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
I want to say something, because I watched this match and I was impressed with, I think, just 3 players in that match, particularly one player, which I want to see more of him. Maybe if you leave West, I want to see more. Maybe 2. I would say 2, because I love those 2 of them, and I want them to go to a big club. Jared Bowen and Lucas Paqueta. Those 2 players, Blue Eyes. Those 2 players, if they go to a big club, they will perform very well. Those players, they are very.
But Paqueta is hit and miss. Paqueta is hit and miss.
Like if you watch Westham season, is inconsistent
because of that pass. You know how many assists? Can somebody check how many assists Declan Rice has this season? I'm curious if he even has any. I don't think he has any assists, but I'm curious.
We're talking about the final, Blue Eyes, not the season.
Of course, and that's why you wanted. That's why you were persecuting Declan Rice based on a final.
Bowen. What
I'm sorry, man. This is not against Southampton. This is the final.
See, Abdullah, can I say this, Abdullah?
Guess who walked away with a cup? Keyman. Guess who walked away with a cup?
The fraud.
Because you always say something when it comes to big tournaments, clutch, finals. I have to give credit to Bowen, because sometimes in that situation, a player can miss that situation, can miss it. A player can miss that goal he scored. So he has to take instinct and boldness and confidence.
Abdullah, can I ask you a question for you and Keyman? Well, I know you guys don't like English prayer. I don't know what they did to you guys, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it you guys always just stalk in the dark? You guys are like Predator, just stalking your prey. You guys only wait till they do bad and talk bad about them. But when they do well, you guys don't ever praise them.
No. Okay. Wait on. I said it already. I rate Harry Kane as the only English player. I'm keeping my eye on John Stones. I like John Stones, but English player in terms of technical ability, the way they play, Harry Kane is for me. I already said it on the show. I'll say it again. Declan Rice after Rodri is better than every DM in world football right now. That's me. And because I will say it again, he's better than Casemiro, better than Partey, better than every DM in world football right now. It's better after Rodri. You take out Rodri, I'm picking Declan Rice in that aspect.
Okay.
Not just because I don't.
I thought you just hated. Declan.
No.
Okay, so you more. Fair.
I want to see more. I want to see now that he's going to a big club now.
So you still a hater, but you more fair.
No, I don't hate Declan.
Keyman is the more.
No, Wilton, technically Declan Rice is Irish. Technically,
Keyman is more of a hater.
Declan Rice is Irish. Technically,
like this guy just hate on English players.
I'm not a hater.
Like I don't get it, bro. Like,
hey man, for me,
if England wins the Euro next summer, Keyman, are you gonna cry, bro? Are you gonna jump out the window?
It's better like that's me.
Amen, thank you. 4 assists. Amen, thank you. Amen, thank you for sharing that.
If England,
that's not
bad.
What did you say?
If
England, but the thing is, right? We're talking about a game that we've been looking forward to. So I don't know why you guys are upset that people are analyzing players. We're going to watch the Champions League final.
It's agenda, Abdullah. That's all.
We're going to watch the Champions League final on, is it Saturday or which day? People are going to be talking about KDB. They're going to be talking about Haaland. They're going to be talking about Rodri. So I don't know. You're talking about a final.
No,
you don't want people to talk about the players.
No, but the thing is that when people
he won.
Because
No, but no,
if Enzo Fernandez was in that final today
no,
and Chelsea won,
it's,
like
but
Kime wouldn't
it's
be
not.
on
It's
it.
not. No, 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 no. It's not.
Kime wouldn't be on
It's
here
not about winning.
Oh
criticizing
my
Enzo
It's
god.
Fernandez.
not about
But
winning. It's not about
Wesley,
winning. It's just
Wesley.
wait. Just because you have one, if just because you didn't perform the best in one game doesn't mean that you're a bad player. Like, you have to look at a guy over a series of games. What I hate is when one guy has one bad final and then all of a sudden he's a trash player.
But
Like if
but
Gundogan,
Kenny, he's the
if
captain
if
in the final,
if
biggest game of the
Gundogan have
club.
a bad game if Gundogan has a bad game in the Champions League final, he's not all of a sudden he's not going to become this trash player. He's had a good season.
No, unlike Rice, Gundogan has a history of being clutch. Be honest.
Kim, 2 seconds. No, Kim, 2 seconds, please. Nobody has said such and such player based on this game is now a trash player. Nobody has said that. If you watch Ronaldo and Messi against each other, you're going to talk about those two players against each other.
No,
one is going to play better than the other one. It doesn't mean the other one suddenly is now a trash player.
The vibe that Kimin is giving me,
when we're talking about a
like
final, when we're talking about a final, we're going to talk about the players. We're going to talk about the coaches. We talk about David Moyes. Okay.
But if you look at the game, there was clearly a game plan. Florentina was going to be on the ball, and Westham are going to defend and try to counter attack. So I'm not gonna lie, Declan Rice didn't have on the ball. He didn't have the best of game. Like he was barely on the ball like that. So Westham was struggling to keep possession, and it was more like
Westham were dominated. Westham were dominated. And
people
dominated.
Said but that was their game plan. They were not looking for possession. They were just looking to hit them on the counter. So there was no like building up play. Most of the time it was long ball to Antonio, and then
Kenny, you watch ball. You watch ball.
You guys actually that was the game plan. That was most of the time it was long ball to Antonio.
Right, part of the game plan.
Let me watch my man.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Blue Eyes.
Peace, guys.
Peace.
Blue Eyes. Also, don't forget. The
Nobody's talking about the what do you call it? Nobody's talking about the game plan. Okay, your game plan either works or it doesn't work for you in a final. Okay, the game plan worked for them. It worked for them. But if the game plan didn't work for them, it could have not worked for them today. Okay, they were lucky with the penalty. If they didn't have the penalty, it might have been a different story today. Mm-hmm. So, but that's part of the final. You're going to talk about the game plan. You're going to talk about this. You're going to talk about the jersey. You're going to talk about the referee.
You know the answer Florentina.
Please, man, please.